It's an Elsewhere podcast.
Welcome in, everybody. It's me and Skulls, as always. And we've got two special guests today. We've got Truth, No Lie, and Nick the actor. We actually have a subject today. I'm so excited.
Oh, shit.
We have a theme.
We have a structure.
Well, I don't know about all that yet. We'll see how that goes.
I guess we'll find out.
Organization.
That's not something we're known for, to be honest.
They're usually very on the fly.
I mean, this is kind of on the fly. It wasn't planned before, like, what, an hour and a half ago? So.
Yeah, all I know is y'all need to stop giving me reasons to have a whole beer on a fucking evening, you know?
And the Russians are already
Yep.
here.
Yep. They like you, Nick. I don't know what it is.
I know.
I had to chase them out of Truth earlier, too. They've just latched
They had
on to
shit
all
to do.
y'all. Hold on. Okay. I got my drink. I've got the screens
yeah.
ready. I've got chats working. I got the links out. I'm ready.
Yeah. What was the topic again?
For real. Oh, Skulls is
I'm
super.
super quiet. Or quit, depending
quite.
on how you read it.
You're
Or
quite.
quite, yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Okay, fine.
No.
That's what
Quite-
you need to say. Quite
You
talented.
quite quiet.
I'm quiet as fuck. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it.
Last time that they
Autofocus?
did that to me, I cranked it up, and they're like, "Oh my god, my ears! I'm like my brain. I'm dead." I'm supposed to be louder because I'm
quiet.
loud. So.
Yeah, let Cat be the loudest. That's probably a good tactic.
But no,
Loud noises.
we actually have a subject today which has stemmed from multiple conversations and Truth's Live that he was in earlier today as well. Todd. I don't even know what to title it. See, I hadn't got that far yet. Oh, that's what it was. Reacting is a job, right? It's
Yes.
like it's basically Pimpin' Ain't Easy, but for reactors.
Word.
Every
I like
day
that.
I'm hustling.
Nick the pimp.
Hey, easy. That's okay. See, we're circling back already. This isn't good.
Yeah, I know.
So if you
Everybody's quiet. I think that might be a headphone issue on your end. No, I'm kidding.
Damn. She said
No,
y'all
we
need
just
hearing
getting
aids.
started. We just getting started. That's what that means. We just getting started. We're about to turn up. We're about
Yeah,
to
y'all
get
ready.
live.
Nick just opened his first beer of the evening.
You gotta
I'm
start
on-
quiet if you're gonna turn up.
Yeah, and,
15 till 5 where I'm at, so I'm ready.
and I've been on this crown all day today, so I'm drunk. So I'm ready.
Yes. Epic content. Let's go. Let's go before he passes out. Let's go.
Or is there some
Let's
crowd?
go. Yeah, crown apple. I've been drinking that shit all day. I do my best work when I'm drunk.
Yes, sir. Keep it loose.
Yeah.
Keep it loose and stay tight.
So I'm ready. I'm ready for this shit. So I'm ready. Just tag me when you're ready. I'm ready.
Oh, I'll get you wound up. Don't worry. Trust me. This subject I know is your favorite subject in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what exactly set you off, Truth? Like what happened? I wasn't
So-
there for that. I got called in late, and then I came in and I kind of missed it. I
I
was like,
popped
"Oh,
in late. Well, I kind of saw part, but
So what it was, I was doing live requests, and I stole an idea from Nick. I stole that shit. I don't care. I seen this live yesterday. I
Oh, the
snuck in
request?
there. Yeah, I snuck in there. I had my mask on. You probably didn't see me. I snuck in there. I had my mask on, and then you was doing the live request, and then I was like, man, I'm about to do everything he did.
yeah, dude.
And
No,
yeah.
it looked great.
Everything. I put the flag up. Everything.
It looked like it was running smooth. It looked like it was running smooth, bro.
Yeah. So dude came in. One of the people had a reaction for me to do. So, I said, cool. I'll check it out. It was a rap guy. It was a Crip Cypher 3 reaction remix or something like that, right? So this one dude did it over there, and I started it, and like he was at the very beginning of the rap. Like I'm talking about 4, maybe 5 bars in when he said, I gotta ask to get. It's a shame or something that I gotta ask to get a reaction from these guys. Because you know, Crip Cypher was all reactors or YouTube people. You know, so he was like, it's a shame I gotta ask these people to get a reaction, and you know, and then and I was like, well,
Oh.
why don't you like? Yeah,
Yeah,
like what
that's
would
fucking
make?
wild. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
like
I
what?
thought it was someone like in the live chat that was saying that or something.
No,
I
it
didn't
was this
realize it was
rapper.
actually the rapper. Like,
I
how is
Yeah.
this?
I popped in and I'll normally mute, but I was like, I don't know who this dude is. I'll watch this with Truth. While Truth was reacting to it, and I was just watching from chat, and I heard that alarm. I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna take it somewhere. But then he doubled back whatever he said afterwards, and it's like when they're listening to all these whack ass, it's like, well,
Yeah, and then
I
it
was
was
I
over.
was screaming just like Truth for a minute. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was over from there because, you know, I think see what it is, Nick. I don't know about you, but for me, man, I get probably on a daily, man, maybe at least 5 to 6 people asking for a reaction. You know, independent artists,
Yeah,
like every day,
Yeah.
every single day. And then I say, okay, cool. You know, I even got the shit saved on my Instagram where you could save a response now. So I just got the automatic save and just hit them with the, okay, yeah, man, if you want to get a reaction, you know, we can make it happen. This is the process,
Oh, that's
right?
slick. I
Yeah.
didn't think
So,
about doing that.
you know, as soon as I say that, then it's, oh man, you know, like people don't have no intentions on paying you. You
Yeah.
know, like they think so what I don't understand, because I'm an artist too. So what I don't understand about other artists is that like, why don't you think that other people's time is valuable, right? So if you want me to do a reaction for you, you're an independent artist. You got 600 followers on Instagram. I don't know, 15 subscribers on YouTube, right? So if I do this reaction for you, I built this you know this audience, because I don't really like to say like fan base, but I built this audience of 30,000 people,
Yeah.
right? And you put out your song, you're gonna reach pretty like you know nobody for real, right? But if I put this song on my platform, you automatically is going to be in front of 30,000 people and like guaranteed. Now, regardless if they click on it or not, I can't control that, but you're
Right.
definitely going to be in front of 30,000 people. So you gain from the audience that I've built,
Right.
right? So you benefiting from me doing your reaction. So what's in it for me? What do I get? What do you bring me? And that's that's the disconnect between an artist who's not serious about their music.
Yeah.
You know, because like a serious artist understands everything in this world is a business. Everything. At least you should treat it as such. If you're good at something or you do anything, you need to market it. You need to make it where everybody can't have access to it without giving you something for it. Period.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like Cat mod for me, and I shoot her a couple dollars every month. You know what I'm saying? Just on the strip because she don't have to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Cat was, no, I'm not going to, no, you got to take this money. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, because you don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, especially a guy of his talent, he can rap. So like, bro, all you got to do is get on your grind, pay some people to react to
Yeah.
you. That's it. Pay them and you will get a reaction, bro. Pay
Right.
them, you will get a reaction. I did the song with King Los in like May this year. And as soon as the video got done, I paid 4 reactors to react to it. Even though and the people who I had react to it got less subscribers than me at the time.
Right.
But I understand this is your time, man. You know, you want me to go react to this. That takes, you know, 15, 20, 30 minutes, depending on how long the song is and stuff, right? Then you want me to go this shit, right? However long that takes. Then I got to create like a slick thumbnail, upload this shit, use all this electricity in my house and shit that I got to pay for, right? And then put it out there and say, hell yeah, bruh, I did this for you and I don't get nothing in it. What? Because your audience is not big enough for me to do it on my own.
Right.
So it makes no sense to me. So that right there, and that goes for anything, not just necessarily reactions or whatever. But this is a job. Like everything is monetized, bro. Like, or you should treat everything as such because it's a market for everything, and everything you do out here, period. I don't care what it is you do. You better monetize it, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, bro. I don't care what it is. You better monetize it or find a way to build the need for it, or just people need entertainment.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it's a like you said, it's a business. You have a product, you have an audience, or something like that. There's kind of some sort of leverage. Leverage sometimes takes a bad connotation, but you have to leverage your platform in the right ways and not do it in the ways that are just not giving you any sort of benefit to build that.
Right, right.
Like what I do, and it's so true about like that's my biggest thing with a lot of the artists like you're talking about. It's interesting to hear from like rappers like y'all, like from that perspective where I like for me I was like, dude, some artists just not understand like, hey, you're building this, you can't expect somebody that you're wanting somebody to react to it and give you validation for what the time you spent and give you some sort of return on the time you spent making the music or whatever it is, but you want them to do that and use their time for free.
Yep.
Like it doesn't work like that. It's not an even keel. And it's crazy. Like, I mean, I haven't even really done. I did one sponsored reaction like a while back, and where a guy had hit me up, and usually I had several. I always have them hit me up, and they usually end up bouncing for either a couple of reasons. Like the one you said, sometimes when you say, "Oh, it costs this much," pretty standard, pretty standard. No matter what the price is, they're just like, "Oh, well." They'll either say, "Oh, I'll hit you up later about it, maybe," and they'll be like, "Oh, I can't really do that right now." And it's like, okay, well, why are you reaching out? So that's usually one. What I also do that I added to my little spiel that I'll send people when they ask is I say, look, I just want to make this from rip. I'm not going to hype up your shit if it sucks. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I was like, so even whether you're paying me or not to react to your stuff and put it on the channel, if I'm watching it and I'm giving my honest opinion. If it's terrible, I'm going to say it's terrible. That usually scares them off more than anything. It's pretty funny.
You know what I think though? I think you shouldn't even tell people that. Because if you
It should be a given, but too many people will start doing that. Well, they'll get the sponsored ones, and they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, this artist asked me to check them out," and I've seen other videos, and they'll just hype them up when it's not good, and I'm just like,
"Oh yeah, not me." They already know they're gonna get the real deal coming from me. I don't care.
That's the same thing with me and like brands that come to me. It's like if I don't like your stuff, I'm not gonna partner with you. I'm not gonna. Me and my audience are too tight for me to show them something that isn't real, or something that I'm not really 100% behind or can't approve it. I'm not gonna put my cosign on that. So why I'm not going to do it?
Well, that's another thing too, I think, is that your opinion is going to mean less if you just hype everything up and say everything's great. Like when you don't like something, you have to say, you have to do the hard thing and you have to say, I don't like this. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing. And I think that just makes when you like something, it just people know that you're being honest about it. And your honesty is your reputation, you know?
It's integrity.
Exactly. And I think that's something people don't take into account with reactors. It's like if people don't respect your opinion, then they're not going to come back and they're not going to tune in for you.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, why would I do a reaction from you if I know that this let's just say rapper B over here just did a reaction for this person that he paid, you paid him, well, he paid you to do it, and this shit is terrible, and you hyped it up like it was, TruthNoLie rapping or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Right. And I'm pretty sure I even told Schools when I checked out his music, I was like, I'm not going to be easy on you, dude. Like, I'm not going to take it easy just because you're cool and you're a homie and stuff like that. Like, I reacted to your song and I was like, I think I told you that in chat or in message or something saying, hey,
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to tell you my opinions. Or in the video, maybe.
No, you told me straight up in the message. You also said it in the video. And I was like, I appreciate it because I understand that. I understand. Yeah. You're a reactor. You're not a hype man. Right. You're here to listen to something and point out what sticks out to you, whether it's bad or it's good. And that's all I expected from you. And that's all I ever expected from anyone. I actually had no expectations. Like I never asked you. Kat was the one who was like, oh, Nick said you would do it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But anytime I've ever reached out to a reactor, it was always, it was never like that. Like, oh, can you react to my shit? It was, how much do you charge to react to things, because I understand time is money, and I respect people's time.
And
That's
that's
why
the
I
right way
try
to
to
do it.
say when I talk to people too. I try to say, like, when people watch my videos or whatever, I like to say I appreciate your time
Oh yeah.
because I understand that about people.
Yep.
Your time is valuable to you,
Oh yeah.
and it's more valuable to you than to anyone. So the fact that you're spending it here as some kind of social currency goes a long way for me.
Absolutely. That's why I like to say that in mine too. I'm like, look, I know y'all could be spending your time doing all kinds of different things. The fact you would spend a minute on something that I'm putting out or
Yep.
doing just means the world. Like that's the highest compliment you can pay somebody. So it's like
Yep.
an entertainer or somebody putting out something to entertain people especially on a platform like YouTube where there's so much stuff to watch. Like
Oh
And
yeah.
then
an unlimited, infinite amount. It's like out of everything you pick that you could have clicked on a reaction video to try or do something, I appreciate you taking the time to try mine.
Mhm.
Like,
and
that's
that's like
big up.
and that's like what Cat know my little spiel about paying for people time. Like I said it to Cat multiple times. You know, like you just I don't know, man. It's for me, honestly, man, as an adult, right? Like I just feel like some things should be automatic. But I understand common sense is not common.
Yeah.
You know, like Skulls, look, what I would say, what I would recommend next time you reach out to somebody to do a reaction or whatever the case may be, I wouldn't ask them for a price. I would ask them, how can we make this work? Like I would say, like, hey man, I got a song, man. I would love for you, whatever. I've been watching you. Hey Nick, I've been watching you, man. You do, I like you, man. I'm a fan, and I'd like to see what you think of this song right here, man. Let me know how can we make this work. I'm Cash App and PayPal it. I would say something like that. You know what I'm saying? That way, you put it out there to let them know, like I'm willing to invest in myself, right? But you're not just how much you charge for a reaction, because like typically when people say that, then you give them a price and then you won't hear from them again. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
In my cases, let me say that. That's
No,
normally how it works.
No, that's legit. I understand what you mean. Yeah. I mean, so I've heard some reactors say just like, "Oh yeah, I would help you out." Like, like some are just willing to do it, but I don't know. I just like to show that respect for the time because I feel like a lot of people just don't. Like there's just a lot of people that just feel entitled and they just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you should just like you should have heard of me by now. You should react to me." And it's like, okay, well, I didn't. I've never heard of you. So
Right.
why the fuck would I? Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna benefit me in any way.
And that's
So
what I was saying about the dude. Like, bro, I don't care if you the best rapper alive. If you don't have a fan base or audience, what do I gain from doing your reaction?
Well, and you made the same point too, that like, and that's the point that I usually make on stuff like that is, look, like people who you're independent artists, cool, up and coming, whatever, on your grind. Well, who do you think does advertising? Labels. Like they have millions of dollars and so much money put into advertising. If you're trying to do it all yourself, you have to have that part. You have to be willing to
Absolutely.
invest even money wise into that part.
Absolutely.
And
or
not
be
to
very
mention,
clever about it if you have no money.
exactly, or like not to mention, like the prices that usually worth people like us are throwing around per viewer and stuff like that to an audience that's loyal. Sometimes, usually, if the person that's reaching out is smart and checks and see what the audience is like, what they kind of like, what their style is, if they're like a hip hop audience or maybe a full mix, they'll see, okay, that's my audience. They're all compiled right there. I'm getting a higher, return on my investment for an even less price than a record label would spend probably for the same people, because
Yep.
it's a tight knit group. They trust this guy's word, so they're loyal. So they'll check out something if he checks it out. It's worth every penny. With at
Yep.
least usually the prices that I know I was throwing around. Like I don't know, I haven't done any, haven't even reached out to people who are asking lately because I just was taking a break from it because I've been posting it all. But like I remember, I think last time I was charging or said somebody what I was charging, I think I said like $60, which is what I
Okay.
would never do now.
Yeah.
That,
Oh,
that,
oh.
would- that, that would be low now, but like for
You-
a dedicated video on the channel, I'm talking. But
Mm-hmm.
like, but when they were wanting, that's what I told a guy, and I think the one guy I did like pay like 40 or $50. Like that, when you think about, okay, even if like you said, 30,000 people, cool. Not everybody's gonna click the video. Not everybody's gonna even see the video per chance. If you get 100 people watch that video, some of them, if your stuff's good, and half of them, let's say 10% of them, 10 people like what you have to say, they go follow you. A couple of those people buy an album from you. You made your money back. They buy a couple songs here and there. A few people do. You've gotten your money back already. You've got new people in your fan base to talk about you, play your music. That's a return on investment just from a small percentage. It's not even realistic.
Yep. I didn't even think about that aspect. I didn't even put that together yet.
That's what they lose sight of the numbers. It's like if you get that many people, you're turning them on to a new person. And even if a small percentage of them go, they're fans of you now. When somebody's a fan of you, they're a fan of you. They're going to invest in your shit. You can't place a value high enough on that damn near, especially when your starting off price is so low in comparison to what a record label are trying to get to that point and doing it other ways. Like there's a certain value placed on that if you pick the right channels, but you can't expect that for free.
No, you can't. And it is crazy because one of the last people that hit me, I did one for somebody. Right before I did the last one, somebody hit me up. Now check this shit out. See, this is what kills me though, because okay, it's another. I'm gonna get on that in a minute. But look, so dude hit me up. This dude got a blue check, 40,000 subscribers, 40,000 followers, blue check. So he hit me up. Hey man, I got a song dropping February, such and such. Man, I would love for you to react to it, man. Whatever. All right, here you go. This is what if you want this reaction, this is what we got to do. Then he say, so in the meantime, I like to do research, right? So I look at the dude page and shit. He posted up his Spotify year-end numbers, 6 million plays. I said, damn.
Right. He's working on his craft. He's killing it.
6 million streams just on Spotify. So I said, damn, okay.
There's some credibility.
Got a blue check, okay. But then I'm not naive. I make music. I know motherfuckers fake the funk. So I say, oh, this blue check fake. It's an easy way to check and see if a blue check is fake too. All you gotta do is just click the little the little drag down button, and if it doesn't say about this page, it's a fake blue check.
Mm-hmm.
So I said the check is fake. So I already knew that. I knew that though based off his engagement off of his last 5 or 6 posts, right? So that automatically makes me believe that the 6 million is fake, right? So I go on his YouTube, see his YouTube, whatever. He hit me back and said, "Hey man, for 30,000 subscribers, because this was only the other day. So for 30,000 subscribers, I think 75. I charged him 75. I think 75 was a little too steep or whatever. It wasn't worth it. So that made me I sat back. I said, me as an artist, right? I will pay $75,000. I mean, I will pay $75 for 30,000, an audience of 30,000. I for sure will. You know what I'm saying? Me, because I've been doing this music shit. So I would do that. So I looked at it and then I said, all right, bro, no problem. But this 30,000 is a real 30,000, Yeah. So then he responds and said, how he put it, I might, whatever I come back, I might come back, or whatever I come back later, like basically saying when you get more subs, I may be interested in the 75. But this is where the dumb shit comes in at though.
75.
Just think about this though. This is where the dumb shit comes in at. Bro, if I'm charging you 75 for 30,000, what the fuck you think I'm gonna charge you at 100?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Do you think that number is going to stay the same? Obviously not.
$15.
Exactly.
15.
Exactly.
You get a discount.
and then on top of that, bro, you just posted up some shit where you made 6 million streams off Spotify alone. What's $75?
Yeah.
What's $75? So that's what kills me about these people, because you rather go pay for a fake blue check and fake streams than to really market your music. That is the most backward. Like, I don't understand people's logic. See, I don't know. I said this shit in some of my reactions before, and this is just what it is. people rather look like they got money than actually have it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I talked about
Especially in hip hop.
Perception.
Oh yeah.
Perception. People rather look like they got money than to actually have it. And that's the perfect definition of it. I'm gonna pay $40 or $50 for this blue check. I'm gonna pay a couple $100 for the 6 million. You probably had to pay at least, I don't know, $500 for these fake streams. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, $75 for a real somebody who's gonna really, you know, if you got good music or whatever the case may be, even if you like it, somebody watching might like it, you know, and you can gain from a real audience. Like I don't know, bro. I just some of this shit that I run across is the dumbest shit ever.
Oh,
And
it's
I
wild.
really want to say something to these people, like, are y'all like, what is wrong with you? But
Dude,
I just let it go.
No sense. No sense. And I've told everybody, many people have probably heard this even in chat, my rant about this gentleman that drove me absolutely crazy. Drove me up a wall. I kept joking I still might drop a diss track on him. This dude, I showed Skulls. I'm not gonna even say his name. I was on, it was when I was just getting going. I think I was probably close to 10K or so. I don't remember where I was, but I was getting all comments. I was mainly going off comments. People commented like their favorite artists. I would check it out. I was trying to get a feel for what people wanted to hear. Obviously, that's what we do. Well, I got a bunch of comments about this dude, and I was like, all right, cool. Well, it seems like there's several comments about him. I'll check him out. And then there was even one guy, and I didn't think about it until after the fact. I didn't think about it after the fact.
I know.
But there was one person underneath one of those comments requesting this gentleman, and they're like bot or something weird, and I was like, that's weird. And I was like, oh well, I'm gonna listen to this. I start filming the reaction for it. I was like, I've never heard of this dude. I'm gonna check him out. Whatever. Start the reaction, and I start noticing like this is not good. And they're like, I was like, this is not good. I start giving. I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is a joke. So at one point I was like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a joke or if he's just this bad. And then I got pissed off because it all clicked. People were saying that those people commenting, recommending this guy were bots. Like he pays for bots to go comment on reaction videos.
I ain't run across that one yet.
Oh, I'm gonna send you his name so you don't even waste your damn time.
I ran across a fake page of Orion Upchurch.
Well, yeah, these guys.
And they got me to react to that shit, but I put that shit down as soon as people started commenting and said I took it straight down.
When I was filming this, I wasn't even doing it on live, and I was like, oh god, I don't even want to upload this. I was like, no, what? Fuck this. I'm uploading this. I'm gonna make a statement. I'm gonna shit on this dude, and I'm gonna post it. If he wants my opinions, I'm gonna give him my opinions. And I was like, and hopefully other reactors will see this and will not realize they won't waste their time on this dude. And actually, it's kind of funny. Like I've kind of pulled from his pockets. It's kind of great. But I've had so many reactors, big and small, come to my channel after, like, I guess they did their research on the guy before they reacted, and they're like, man, I'm glad I found this video. I was about to waste my time.
Yeah.
So I've had like a dozen people comment that. So that's a dozen videos that never got made about this dude because of that. Because he wanted to be a clown. Crazy. And then all the bots and fake fans or whatever, I don't know if he pays them or what. I don't know what it is. But they go around and they were like shooting me messages on Instagram like, oh, he's not faking stuff. You're just mad because oh my God, they were making up some crazy rumors. They're like, oh, Upchurch is he's a bot and all this crazy. Like they were doing the most. And this dude is like, his claim to fame is that he's signed to Warner. He's signed as a writer. He has Warner Publishing. And he was on TV. He was on a songwriting competition show in 2008 or something and came in third or fourth. Like it's like that grandiose stuff where you're talking about like, oh, I'm flexing all this stuff.
Right.
He apparently wrote on, and then there was a song that he worked on that was with Snoop, and Snoop shouted him out on it from like a bar. And I was like, dude,
type his name in the Discord real quick.
I will. And my thing was like, hey, dude, so that's cool. Snoop shouted you out, but you're literally a writer of the song. So what does that say? Did you write your own shout out to Snoop? Like that's.
But a writer, anything can be writer's credit. I'm talking about just think about it. I'm talking about anything. Oh man, yo, that dude, I've seen so many people say react to him, and I never did.
Don't do it. You should
go
watch my video checking out his trash. And my thing was like,
never did.
Same deal. Like, look, I know social media, like the same thing you're talking about, blue check marks. Everybody picks up on that stuff where you can figure out like what's real, what's not. And like I've been people can sometimes sleep on it. And I mean, I'm the goofy redneck guy on YouTube. I've been doing social media stuff for like 10 years. I've been on YouTube for like 10, 15 years total. Different channels, just being a person, seeing how it's all adapted from social media. That's just been me as an actor trying to be an entertainer. Like I was big on Vine. Like I did all this stuff for a while. It's not my first rodeo. I go to his page, 2 point something million subscribers or followers.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
oh, so dope.
Yeah.
So your 18 likes on your picture makes sense.
Absolutely.
Like, okay, bet.
Like, why pay for that though? That's what I don't you just losing money.
And that's what I said. And I was saying that about the bots. I'm like, you're gonna go through all this effort to hire bots or people to come spam pages, try to convince me otherwise, that you're not some fake and stuff. And I was like, why don't you take that same energy and that same time and actually work on turning into a better rapper?
Or just it don't even see. That's the thing though. That's the thing though, Nick. This is what I'm trying to explain to these artists, bro. Just the thing. Like that dude who I just reacted to, right? He was saying these rappers that y'all react to is trash. Okay. Dude definitely can rap. So dude probably can't out rap these guys. But here's the thing. Here's the thing though. It don't matter if they trash to you or not. It don't matter. You don't have to get better at rap. You just have to get better at marketing.
Yeah, and that's the thing also with people with some of the artists reaching out is that they're doing it for like the views, but like the smart ones that are willing to. That's why I usually will tell the artist that, because I want to make sure that they're there. They want their music heard also, so they can get valuable feedback. It's a focus group pretty much. You're getting somebody to show off your music, and if it's good, people are going to love it. But at the very least, you're getting one of the most invaluable things you can get on your music as an independent artist or up-and-coming artist, and that's feedback. You can go to the comments, and I always tell people, hey, let him know what you think. If you liked, things you didn't like, I'm sure he'll really appreciate the feedback.
That's it.
Because that should be the most valuable part about the reaction videos, is you're getting people's response, so you know what you can work on, what you can change, so you can get to the level of what the masses like.
Just see, I agree. Feedback, I think attention and feedback is like 1A, 1B, because you just need the attention. You know what I'm saying? Because and that's the thing though, because you don't have to get better at rap. Like just think about it. Them Island Boy cats.
Yeah.
Like they dominated for like 6 months with that bullshit that they did. They not good rappers. They don't got music that people was listening to.
Entertaining video.
Entertainment. Make people want to watch you. Make people want to follow you. Make people. It ain't about how good you rap. Just think about this. Some of the best rappers is the most least paid, least glorified people in music.
Yep.
And there's a reason for that. Most people who got something to talk about they not on the radio. Hell no. You got a message? Man, we don't want to hear that shit. Shake that ass, bitch. That's what we on. That's what we on. So
but let's see how the longevity is though.
But you think about that though. That shit lasts, but you don't need longevity. You just need to get in there and have a good 2-year run. You done for life. You good.
Yeah.
I made $50 million off music in 2 years, bro. I'm straight for life.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but I'm talking, you're talking more of from the reactor side, entertainment side. I'm more of the artist, right? Because I'm like this is all I need to do to get where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like me as an artist, though, I strive to be the best artist I can be, but everybody doesn't, and it's not required no more. And I think the reason why people pay for these fake blue checks and these fake views is to that way when somebody run across them, like, damn, he already did this. He got this. Yeah. See, and that's why I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just so passionate about this shit.
No, I feel it. It's dumb, and it doesn't help you in the long run. Like you think you just want that quick pop, but it's not good. And it doesn't usually bode well. I mean, some people can just take that and that could be their life's work and be cool with that. But the real ones are like, no, that's not the way to do it.
I think most of us know that too. Like even just like looking at the mainstream rap music, it's a kind of a trick. Like everyone's being tricked into thinking things are good when they're not. And I think people try to do that themselves in the music with these fake blue checks.
Because they'll listen to their
they're
hype man in the corner and they won't listen to anybody else that want to hear all
Yeah.
the positivity and the bullshit and get fed that instead of somebody being real with them and being like, hey, this isn't good. And then they'll put out the whack shit and they'll just keep writing the hype men around them will keep hyping them up, and then that's it. They don't actually they don't grow, they don't learn.
Well, they fell off. It's over now. I mean, they never should have been. But see, that's the thing. They never should have been there. But at the same time, like I say, I don't hate on nobody. So y'all did what y'all had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all made it. Y'all made some money real quick because y'all don't have talent to last. Y'all not entertaining enough to last. Y'all look stupid. Y'all corny. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all look like clowns. So I get it. But for that moment though, hell, y'all made more money than me. So good shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, is they're not in it, they're in it for the money. They're not in it for the actual artistry or talent or trying to because it's their passion. They're there for they're passionate about the money or the attention.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's
where the passion lies is the issue, because that's what takes you that way. And it's like, all right, fuck it, I can just pop off 6 months. Cool, I got my attention. I did my thing. I'm forever known for that little tiny moment, or that money I got, and then I'm cool. And then they're happy with that. I mean, go for it. Fucking knock yourself out. Don't involve me in it, but you do it.
Yeah, you go for it. Cause see, I don't know, man. It's just so tough, Nick. Because like Skulls probably feel a lot like me. Like when it comes to this rap shit, like I don't, like if I get on a song with somebody, my goal is to fuck you up. That's my goal. Like regardless of. Yeah, like that's my goal. Like my goal is to out rap you on this song, or not to out rap you, but to have a better verse.
Yeah,
because you might out rap me on the verse, but my verse will sound better than yours. If that makes sense.
It's a friendly competition in a way, because it's what makes it better. It's gonna make the whole thing better. Y'all are going back and forth.
For sure, but see, everybody don't do that. Some people just like, man, I'm gonna just rap. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go on here and say this shit and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because like. The shit that me and Skulls about to do, Skulls went crazy on that shit. I said that. Rap.
That's how you know it's doing a good thing though. You'll hear all these stories about like M and Lil Wayne and stuff. They'll get verses from each other and they'll be like, shit, I gotta go back and write. I gotta go back to the studio and write a new verse. I gotta up it. And then they'll go back and forth for months, just upping each other until they're like, all right, let's just send it. And that's how you create the greatness though.
Yep, and that's what it is. And that's why I don't ever rush a verse, like rush one. Whenever it comes to me, that's when it come. I don't whenever, that shit can be random.
That's the way to do it. See, I don't think of it like that way. Like when someone like sends me a track and I hear their verse, I don't really think of like, oh, I'm gonna try to out rap them. I think more like
feed off.
Well, yeah, like I'm more interested like what if I send like I sent Truth an idea, or like the way I was thinking was like, what's this gonna inspire from him, Yeah. Because that's what I hope to do, is like inspire someone. And when someone sends me something, it's like if I get inspired off of that, I fucking love that. Like that's what I feel like it's all about. It's all about the song. It's all about the inspiration. Yeah. It's all about the fire that we can fuel for each other.
Yeah.
Because that's why I got back into rap too. Was like I was down recording videos for it was like Make Music Week in Connecticut, and I was recording all these people, and I haven't rapped in like 7 or 8 years at that point. And it just inspired me. And I came out with some of the best stuff I ever wrote and put it on an album. And it's like that's what I like to do.
Yeah, that's that iron sharpens iron mentality. That's what gets stuff like just to that next level, and it inspires something or brings about the best in the other thing and stuff like that. Like me, even not even being a rapper, it's the same thing in acting. Like they always say the famous term in acting study and stuff is acting is reacting to the things around you. And stuff around you. And the other actors too, like half the challenge is taking what the other person's giving you, and y'all are acting, y'all are with each other. Like y'all have to, if y'all are on the same level, the other person's thing is gonna suck. You have to be doing just as good for them as they are for you. That's a big thing. Like that, I showed one film I did that was kind of turned out whack. Not whack overall, but it was tough for me. It was a good challenge because I was working around people that, to be frank, didn't know what they were doing, and were not up to a certain standard, in my opinion. And like I was the only one. I was trying to like get something out of them, but they just weren't there. And like as much as I was trying to do stuff and trying to hold it, it was harder because they didn't have that mentality of like, hey, I'm here, I'm working hard, and then it didn't show, it didn't mesh.
Yeah, it needs to be about the final product. It needs to be about what you're doing. That's At least that's where I feel like the results lie. But see, like with you, Truth, like competition sometimes like really just brings it out of people, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like we both have really good perceptions that work for us that get us good results, and to each their own, you know?
When I say that, I don't want you because I got a team that I rap with and that, but I still do the same on with them too.
Yeah,
I don't want
no, I don't take
I don't want
it
you
that
to
way.
think like I'm about to fuck skulls up on this song. But the way I write though, the way I come up with my shit is this is my thought process when I do a feature. Because I want somebody like when I do a feature with somebody, I want people to when they hear the song, be like, hey, Truth had the hardest verse. I don't give a like that's what I want. That's what I want. I want people to be like, hey, Truth killed that shit. Like Skulls was cool, but Truth killed that shit. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I
I
want.
feel that.
You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
that,
With,
man.
no matter who on the song, I don't give a fuck who it is. It could be my mama. Mama, I'm about to fuck you up on this song. Like we about to vibe. You know what I'm saying? We don't feed off each other, but I'm about to fuck your ass up on this song. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, but that's what motivates me to go.
Get her,
You know what I'm saying?
Truth.
That's my motivation.
That was my favorite comment earlier. Was he's like, I give some dudes like, give me a yo mama joke. He's like, I can't right now. I have to wait till she leaves because she's gonna get mad at me. I was like, oh shit.
All I was thinking about was like, it was from one of those Friday movies where he said like, "This chicken's so good, make you want to slap your mom."
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He was like, man, give me a yo mama joke. I said, man, I have to wait till she leave, man. She's gonna be mad at me.
that's good. I'm gonna have to steal that one. That one's
Yeah,
more.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
No, but he kept it going for like 2 minutes after that. He's like, well, she's about to leave. Yeah, she said she's headed out, but she just hasn't gone yet. Don't worry about it. Yeah. She said hi, by the way. Like, it was like, wow.
By the way.
Yeah, that shit dope though, man. But yeah, we gonna put some shit together, man. It's you just gotta bear with me, bro. Sometimes I just like I was on it the day when you sent it to me. I put some bars down, and then I ain't gonna lie, I haven't listened to it since. But I'm gonna get back on it though. You know what I'm saying? We gonna knock it out.
I understand. Like sometimes you do have to create that separation from the beat. Like you'll get it, you'll find some inspiration in it, but like there's so many factors, and creativity is kind of like fleeting sometimes.
Yeah,
and it's
we
like
gonna knock
sometimes
it
you
out.
just gotta create the distance and like and then come back to it, and then you're re-inspired.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna have Nick react to it too.
Listen, hey, I'm saying if y'all need a hype man, if y'all do a vid or something, let me know. Or you need an extra camera behind the scenes on set. Let's go.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna go. I told him already that I'm gonna get to where he at. I'm gonna fly out there and we shoot the video.
Oh
For
damn.
sure. Yeah, that shit gonna be dope. That shit gonna be dope, bro. That shit gonna be dope. I
Just
can't
gotta
wait.
find a cool place in Connecticut.
And that's all you gotta do is just
We
do
might
all
have
that.
to
I'm
go to
gonna pull up.
Mass.
Go back to the gazebo where it all started.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know what I'm
Do that
talking
shit in the
about.
living room.
I was talking about the honeymoon phase. I thought a gazebo would
The
be good.
honeymoon, but
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
I got new subscribers. Saint Zazazaz. I can't even. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Hey,
The
my
what?
alerts are working. Woohoo!
hey, we lit.
Let's go. No, but I was gonna say, I was gonna scroll back up to it. There was a question earlier, and I know Bear. By the way, what's up, Chill Rock and Bearcat, both reactors in the stream right now.
Hey, salute to y'all. Keep pushing, y'all. We about to hit 1 million. Everybody in this bitch hitting 1 million subs this year.
Let's go, including me with my 69. I have 69 subs. Let's go.
Hey.
My favorite number.
No, but Todd actually says, doesn't it actually hurt you as a reactor in the algorithm? He says he doesn't know what that means, which, of course, does anybody really know what that means? But if
I don't know how it works. Shit.
If have significantly less views for a couple reactions than your regular numbers, it's bad, yes or no? And Bearcat responded, it can be, but it can also bring in other viewers. It's just how YouTube works sometimes, unfortunately. Do you guys have any input on that one?
I think that it's more about, I mean, like, I don't know for sure, but I think it's more about consistency. Just putting out stuff consistently. But I could be wrong.
It's a mixture, I think. And to be fair, let me just put this out there for anybody that does social media stuff or is curious about it. If anybody tells you that they know what the algorithm is doing or says at any point in their life, 100%, they are fucking lying.
Lies.
Nobody knows whether that's Instagram, YouTube, anything. You can have assumptions based on what is logical, what your analytics show you, what they kind of emphasize for you. But anybody that says they know 100%, unless they're Susan or somebody that literally built the algorithm, which they sign NDAs so they can't legally even say what's going on, they're lying. Don't ever buy that bullshit. People can have strategies that they think work and come up with theories and ideas of what they think is what they're looking for or keying in on, but nobody ever fucking knows for sure.
So, I don't even know how the fuck I get paid on YouTube. So I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it feels like a fucking Rubik's Cube that's like working against you, the algorithm.
Yeah. Like there's no deal. I wouldn't say it's like super detrimental if you have one video that's like not as good. If it just all of a sudden shows that like everything drops off, then yeah, but it's mainly, I think it's not really like so much limiting, it's just not going to get pushed as much. I don't think they limit anything, they just won't push it as broad and different as many places if it doesn't get a certain amount of watch time,
that's
views and stuff like that, because watch time's like kind of the big thing now.
Yep, watch time is definitely the key. But look, this is what YouTube do for me. I drop videos, people come in my comments all the time. Bro, I didn't even get the alert. I didn't even get the alert that it was live. Somebody told me yesterday, they said, man, I've been looking for your shit for 2 weeks.
Yep.
YouTube unsubscribed me. I said, what? They said they unsubscribed me. I don't even fucking know how. I said, man, that shit crazy.
Oh, dude, and then the unsubscribing thing for people, like I was subscribed. I just had to come find you and resubscribe again. Or I just came across your videos and somehow I got unsubscribed. I was wondering why I haven't seen your videos the past 6 months. I'm like, that's cool. Like, great. My favorite now is that people like not getting notifications for streams, but then I'll get a notification saying, "Hey, Nick is live on YouTube." I'm like, I know. YouTube, I'm glad you're spending the time to tell me that I went live.
I'm gonna counter that to a point, and here's why. Because as a consumer versus being necessarily the creator that's doing reactions and stuff of that nature, I hear that all the time. People, the second that someone says, oh, well, I didn't get a notification, like, oh, well, you've been shadow banned, and all of a sudden it's like a big thing. On the other hand, there's a lot of times that I have never, as far as I'm aware, because by the way, if I'm not aware, then I probably don't mess with them very much, and so I don't really care anyway. But point being, I have not gotten dropped of subscribe to anybody. I usually get the notifications, sometimes Me6, sometimes YouTube, just depending. I can catch it because I'm looking for it, for the people I mod for, or if something pops up, it might be 6 minutes after the fact. It is what it is. But I have never, at this point, ever been unsubscribed from somebody that, that I actually rock with. And I will bring up the fact that a lot of people, equate it to if you react to Upchurch or Tom or, these different independent artists that they're trying to, shadow ban. And I understand that there's stuff happening. I'm not saying that. I'm saying personally that has never happened to me. Of course, on the flip side, I'm also pretty much modded to everyone. So maybe that's what's doing it. I'm not sure.
Hey, well, hell, Kat, you have to build YouTube. Shit. You probably ain't gonna get modded. You get dropped off of some shit. We'll build the damn platform.
I'm modded for the Numa guy. Okay, no, I'm kidding. So I'm just saying I've never had that happen, but I see that happen. I see people say that all the time. Same as when people are like, oh, they're cutting off your stream, and it's not. I can see it. It's not changed. It's fine. There's a lot of paranoia with that, especially in different genres where people, it's notorious that, like, for example, this is a perfect example. Go look for NWO on YouTube trending, and it's not there. You go in the list, it's not there. But it says it's YouTube trending, but it goes straight from 7 to 9, like it's not there.
Yeah, that's
people that are involved with those fan bases see it a lot more, and they say that they're unsubscribed and things. I think some people, there's about 50-50. It might be happening. I'm not saying it's not. But on the flip side, I also think that not everyone understands how YouTube works, that you have to hit the all notifications. If you don't, and you don't go on your own and click on, let's say, any of y'all's videos, it's not going to notify you because it seems like, well, you didn't want all the notifications, so maybe you don't care as much. So it tries to adjust based on your watching preference. And if you don't go back and click, you see what I'm saying? Like it figures you don't care, if that makes any sense. I'm just saying personally, I haven't had that happen, but
I mean, I feel
again,
you.
I know that it's happened to people. I know that that's an issue. Um, specifically with, I feel like I wonder sometimes, not always, but remember there was a time when there was like the people who shall not be named were jumping in there and like deleting comments and stuff all of a sudden, like
Yeah.
who will not be named
Um,
because I don't want them here. Um, you know what I'm talking about. It was in
yeah.
multiple people, and it's like, wow, I wonder what triggered them to, you know, is it some dude?
Right, right.
You know, some dude who's like, I don't like this. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna spend my work day, you know, removing people. Like they
Hey,
could.
yeah,
You never
yeah,
know.
yeah. I don't know. It's still fuckery if you ask me. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's not consistent. It's
Yeah.
or if
Oh,
it is
not at all.
consistent, I don't know how like what the basis is for it to do it.
Yeah, some people do tend to cry wolf a little bit too much and be like, "Oh, I got this is shadow banned because of this, or this got taken down because of this." When there's usually sometimes a very natural reason for it. Or again, kind of the same thing with some rappers, or maybe people just don't want to watch your video. You're not maybe being limited on views. Maybe people just aren't interacting with your video. Maybe it wasn't your best video.
That's it. And
But
ain't nothing with that. Like just
yeah,
that's fine with me. Cause
yeah,
I know every reaction I do, that I do. Some I already know, like, all right, this probably ain't,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I know, but that's not going to stop me from doing the reaction because I do have some people that like that artist. Hell, I like that artist in the react too.
yeah. And you could just put something up if you like it, or even if it only is for a small group of people. You can still post it and be stoked
That's
about
it.
it. You may not know it's not going to get as many views, but you know that the core people that wanted it are going to be stoked.
Yep. And I know that it's going to be a good reaction if I know.
Yeah,
So that's it. That's how I feel.
Yeah. And quality does matter more than quantity sometimes. I mean,
yeah.
like
There's a
Always.
balance.
within
There's
reason.
balance. There's a big balance.
Yeah, it's within reason. Like if you're putting out consistently shitty stuff, though, it's better to put out less consistently good stuff.
Yes.
But yes, it is about that balance.
Yep. And that's when the reactor comes in. Like if it's some content that may not do so well, that's when the reactor comes in. Like when I'm here for TruthNoLie, Nick, Skulls, not motherfucking ABC man. Like I'm here for them.
Yeah,
See
that's
them.
that's the
You
difference.
know, yeah. So that's where your actual reacting comes in. So that's why I say like every reaction I do, I feel like it's a good reaction.
Mhm.
But I know that some just don't click it because they're not interested in the person.
Yeah, and it's you. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not just talking shit about reactors, some reactors, but I mean, it's just people. It's the same thing. It circles back to the artists and shit. There's some people that are just kind of fake. There's not realness as much out there, and
Yep.
so they're putting on a show and they can't keep that up. So like, they post a couple videos where they're not in the zone or doing their thing or being that character or whatever it is, and it's harder for them to keep that consistency. When if it's you, me, Skulls, or some of the other ones that are dope, like it's just you. It's
Yeah,
just naturally
that's
you.
it.
You don't have to work for it. You're just being you, unapologetic. That's easy to maintain because that's fucking you.
Easy. Easy work.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. So yeah, I'm feeling you on that.
I mean, and also like again, even on the view thing, like if you get some that don't have as many views, then anybody that's listening that's a creator, don't lose sight of those numbers. Don't detach from
Yeah.
those numbers. Like
Yo, man, let me tell y'all so look, I don't know about y'all because like I said, we already just explained how YouTube, we don't know how YouTube works. So when I react to a song or artist, I get recommendations from other reactors reacting to the artist, right? I get it all the time.
mhm.
So I tend to I like to call it research. So I click
Yep.
on somebody else. I don't ever watch reaction stuff. Never. But I
Mhm.
click on their page. And then I look at I look at their numbers and whatever. But this is what I see all the time, man. This shit is crazy. So I did the BTS. The first time was like 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Since then, I literally just posted one right before we went live today. So that makes the fourth BTS reaction in like 3.5 weeks, right? So I see these, BTS reactions all the time from all these different reactors, whatever. So I click on them. I look at their recent videos. I'm talking about, man, every single video is a BTS for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Like nothing else. Or whoever it may be at that like it ain't gotta be, I'm just saying like BTS as an example, but it's whoever it is, but it be back to back to back. I'm talking about for weeks, months of one person or one group. That shit is terrible. That's whack to me. To me, that I think that is so trash.
My time when I think that is whack is really when it's like, oh, it's a 350-minute song from, say, BTS, for the same example, 5-minute video. And it's like, oh, okay, so they give no commentary. They're not really vibing. They don't actually like the music. They're just doing it for the sake of doing it, and that's all that they do. That's the difference. Like, there's some people that might genuinely like BTS, and they tend to do it. Like, that's me. Like, to be fair, I do a lot of, like, I haven't been posting my normal amount the past 6 months, but, like, I was doing a lot of Tom, a lot of Upchurch, kind of in, like, a constant rotation of, like, that. Maybe some NF thrown in or something here and there. But people were like, you only do Tom reactions now. It's like, because that's my demographic. That's an audience that I connect with. That's kind of like my target audience, if you will. And I genuinely have a lot to say, and I'm passionate about the actual music. But there's a difference when some people are out there doing Tom stuff, for example, and just doing it, not giving commentary, not saying anything, and just saying, "All right, thanks for showing up, Hog Fam."
What you said though, you said I would do Time, I would do Upchurch, I'll throw some NF in there. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Just I enjoyed, and I knew that I had it was thought provoking, a lot of good conversations, because I don't want to just sit there and bob my head all the time.
And then on top of that, exactly. And it, like, so what I'm saying is, when I see somebody got 6 months, 7 months of straight content from one artist, like that's ridiculous to me. Like you clearly chasing views at that point. That's it. That's all you can be doing. Like, cause as a reactor, people want to see us react to everything, or more than just one person all the time. Like that, because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? They want to see us react to this person, that person, whatever.
Yeah.
Because don't nobody
think if you started off that way, but if you were doing a big variety, then all of a sudden you just click to one single thing, and that's all you ever do again, then that's the issue. If you're just a BTS fan page and that's all you ever reacted, sick. Do your thing.
Yeah.
If you made it clear you're just a BTS page, it's dope.
It's one thing to prioritize it. It's another thing to just completely make that your page.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I got a comment one time, because I do a lot of South African hip hop too, and I got a comment one time. Certain comments, Nick, Skulls, you can't, all you. I'm pretty sure y'all, certain comments and shit stand out to y'all. Y'all will never forget.
Oh.
And I got one time from somebody that said, "Hey, bro, I just want to be real with you real quick." I don't remember what video it was on and shit, but he was like, "Hey, bro, I just want to be real with you real quick. You the only reactor that I've seen that didn't let South African hip hop take over your channel." That shit stands out to me.
I've noticed that specific that group, which I haven't even reacted to them. I probably will check them out because I want to hear.
They don't, bro. They don't
get my opinions. I've heard good things, but like I've seen it several times on several channels that I used to like even fuck with. That I'm just like, I don't know, like what, I don't want to watch your channel.
Yeah.
Like I have no stake in this because it's just your one thing. Do you and be happy, but it's not my deal.
But for him to say that, see, this is how I look. Like for him to say that, I'm not the only reactor he watches.
I've gotten that a couple times. It's pretty funny too.
So just think about that. Like they watch everybody or multiple reactors, and for you to specifically say that to me, that means that's what them other people is doing. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I look at it. Like I strive on being diverse, open to all music. I'm not gonna chase views. That's not what I do. I'm not gonna do it. I'm never gonna do it. I'm not chasing views. If I like it, like you, Nick, if I like it, then I might go back to it a few times within the week.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Oh shit, he got me 50,000 views. I'm right back on that ass. I'm not gonna do it. I'm never gonna do
that alone. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
And those, I mean, that's a nice comment though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's super.
You get nice comments? I'm kidding.
Hey, I don't get many hate comments, bro. But
yeah,
like
lucky
the
you.
percentile is like 98% positive, bro.
Lucky you, man.
Yeah, man. I
No,
got good vibes going around this
my,
motherfucker.
yeah, shit. I'm trying to. I mean, I got good vibes. I've got probably a good percentage, but some things tend to sneak through the cracks. I guess I kind of
Yeah.
expose myself too much red, white, and blue. But
Oh, you
and
know
then
that.
then doing so many Tomos in my industry and realm, I suppose will open me up to that. Especially on even old videos. It's fun. Like I was telling them, it's funny. Actually, this is talking same thing about people reaching out for videos and to do like paid reactions. I showed this. I don't know if you saw this. I think I posted it in here maybe at one point. But I got a comment. It was the craziest comment I've probably ever gotten as far as like artists wanting me to check out their stuff. I'll get people just dropping their links on my shit. Like, hey, check out this. Check out this artist. He's great. And it's like, say, like Mumble Rapper 123. It's like, check out Mumble Rapper 123's new song he just dropped. And it's commented by Mumble Rapper 123. And I'm like, okay, that's dumb. I'm like, all right. But you're a hype man for yourself. Dope. But then I got one that was just like, hey, I'm a up and coming artist from UK. Obviously they get flagged and stuff. And it was like, I'm an up and coming artist from UK and I'm doing this and stuff. And I just dropped this song and and it was like the exact wording, I forgot what it was, but it was something along the lines of, yeah, you should react to it and I'll let you react to it for free.
Oh,
what?
yeah, I remember you saying
it was
that,
like, I let you react to it for free. Like, you don't have to pay me to react to my song. I'm like, what?
What the fuck? That's that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I would love to get somebody to say that to me.
Bro, I was so confused.
Bro.
Yeah, it was like he was doing me a favor. Oh no, I won't charge you to react to my music on your channel.
Oh my god.
I literally sat there for like 15 minutes, swear to God, trying to read it over and over. I was like, he has to mean something else. He had to have, like, it must be something else. I'm just reading it weird or something. And that was what he was saying.
This dude just sounds like the ultimate gaslighter.
Dude, I was like, what?
Oh my, I would have never even clicked on the fucking video. I wish he would have. Oh man, I can't never get them.
Oh, I would have popped off too hard. I had to just delete it. I was like, oh god, I just like blocked it, and I think I reported it for spam.
Hey, y'all remember Mortal Kombat 2 and the uppercut where their head used to pop off?
That's
y'all remember that?
What's what it would have been like?
I would have did it if I seen them in real life.
Didn't you say at one point? Didn't you be like, I can't listen to this if you drink pre-workout and then listen to this? I'll be killing somebody. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, that shit was too hype. You can't listen to that shit after drinking some pre-workout or some shit. Fuck some shit up.
By the way, I want to interrupt and just give a shout out for a second. Desiree's in the chat. Now, some of us do know Desiree. Desiree pushed me a long time ago to start a podcast. She was the first one who said it. The first one.
Shout out Desiree.
And I told her someday I might. We'll see. And I pushed her off. Well, that'd be cool. I'd love it. It'd be great to have conversations that are just a little different than what everybody else like. So what are you doing today? So what is your release date? Like, what's happening? Where do you live? And you know what I'm saying? Interview type shit. Like, normal conversation. Just go, get into whatever you want to talk about and everybody's respectful and just all that. So anyway, we had a long conversation one day and I told her someday we'll see. I might do it. And she's in the chat. And I don't think she's been in the chat before, but I'm absolutely thrilled that she is because I appreciate it.
That's what's up.
Planted the seed.
Yeah. Anyway, I had to interrupt and say that because, there's...
Appreciate you, Desiree, out here doing your motivational things and shit, and just doing shit and life and shit.
Popping off. Elsewhere is moving, dude.
Moving.
Kat, I'm gonna point out the same thing because I know Kat's at the point where she needs to hear this and understand this. This is what I tell people all the time with videos, but you got 14 people is what it says you got watching your stream right now. 14. Don't even get me started on the ratio of that to the subscriber amount. That's
Bro, I've got 71 subscribers now.
That's dumb good when you talk about a ratio of people watching a live stream and showing love for your quality of your subscribers to people showing up. That's wild. A. B. Don't look at everybody else and see how many viewers everybody else gets. 13 people watching. When was the last time you were in a room you were giving a talk and 13 people were just watching you for an hour?
With no video.
I tell people about that on videos all the time too. I'm like, they're like, my video only got 1,000 views. Bro, when was the last time you had 1,000 people standing in a room staring at you for 10 minutes?
Yep. Absolutely. And this is no video. Like, it's no video.
Well, I figured y'all are on video all the time. Y'all do reactions. Like, For example, the podcast is usually me and Skulls. Skulls does reactions, right? Him and I talk in voice chat all the time. We go off on tangents, and Nick's been in there, Truth's been in there, and it's like, oh, how many times have I said, oh, I wish I had recorded this? Like this is a good conversation. But the thing is that when you're not sitting there worried about your lighting or worried about people, what you're doing or how you're placed or how you're, I'm not saying all y'all do that, but don't pretend for 1 second that you don't. You know your space, you know what you're doing, and you know you're being watched, and what you do if you decide to pick your nose, do whatever you want. Just chill out with your friends and have a conversation versus being necessarily on the spot all the time. And I don't know, it's a different thing. It's something that I don't see many people now. People are doing podcasts where they're on camera. Hey, more power to them. And people are doing podcasts without cameras on different platforms, but podcasts with no cameras on YouTube is not a thing that everybody does. I just thought it was different and a little bit more interesting. I tend to look off into the sky when I'm on a rant, and I don't pay attention. Like I wouldn't look in the camera. I'd have like my triple chins or something. Why have all that if you don't need to?
Well, it's also like if you go on Spotify too, like the majority of podcasts don't have video. So we're not really we're in the majority here,
Right, but on this platform is I guess what I'm saying, because YouTube
on the platform it's a little different, but I don't think it's a big deal.
I changed up the screen, okay? Look, it says live.
Yeah.
And there's pictures. Let's go.
We live.
Hey, ain't no wrong with not having the camera. I'll be digging up my nose and shit, scratching my ass, all kind of stuff.
I'll do that shit on stream. It's my channel. My rules on my place, dog.
I hope in that order, Truth, not the other way.
Yeah, that's the order. You see, I said it correctly. I said it correctly.
Yeah.
And then sanitize.
If you did it the other way, then I would have to say something about that.
Well, y'all don't know. Y'all can't see me. Shit. Fuck it.
But you said truth, no lie, so you can't lie about
Truth,
it.
no lie. I said it. That's right. That's it. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, they was asking for a freestyle from us three, man. What's up? Drop the beat, cat.
No. Hell no.
Drop the motherfucking beat, man.
Give me some time in my notes section on my phone and I'll fuck around, but I'm not doing no freestyle. People have seen me do that 20 times drunk as hell on stream, and it's
That's
never
what we about
pretty.
to do. I'm drunk. Let's go.
I haven't seen that yet, Nick.
Oh, dude.
If I even knew how to drop a beat, but I literally just sat here for the last 10 seconds, huh? Like I can't even do that. Is it?
Yeah.
Let's go. But
That's freestyling a beat. Look at that.
Because my favorite thing is freestyle, right? That's my go-to.
That's your shit. That's your favorite. That's what you just said in my live. You said how much you love it.
And that's the thing. That's the cool thing about all three of you guys. Honestly, hands down, and I don't think anybody's going to disagree. Legitimately, you guys support people just speaking their their opinions, and there are people that will go in on, obviously, the chat will go in on people. I see it all the time. They're that you don't agree with what they think. I mean, Truth, I've seen you go after people. Nick, I've seen people go at you. I've seen people in the comments with skulls. I mean, bottom line is everyone thinks oh, I think this dude, this person, this thing, this whatever is fire, right? And if you don't agree with it, all of a sudden you're in the wrong. And I don't never think that's correct. Unless it's something that is hurtful, damaging, illegal, or immoral, right? Those are the things that I would consider.
It's only how you articulate your opinion that can be bad, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. That's true.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But that's the thing, is it's like the same way I come in, I'm not, Nick, don't get at me for this one, how I word this. I'm gonna word it wrong, and I know it, and I know you're gonna say something. I'm not the content creator. I'm the mod, right? So I see it from a different perspective. And it's funny sometimes talking to other mods. It depends on, some are badass mods. I've got badass mods because you know what? Why wouldn't I? Of course I have badass mods. Duh. And,
yeah.
You
build YouTube.
there's awesome people, and then there's some that they just want a wrench next to their name so that they can get a little bit of credit, like they want the clout for being a friend or being like they donate a lot, whatever, and they actually don't do their job. And then the job of a mod is to keep the chat from going insane, to get rid of the Russians. Not every Russian, Antonio, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry, Antonio, that's not what I meant. No, but I'm just saying, like, and then, like, for example, in your live earlier, Truth, I was able to say, look, I am not a fan of freestyle. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun for me. I don't watch Harry. I watched like a couple of Harry Macomego, and I'm like, okay, fine. I don't click on it. I don't click on epic rap battles. That's not my thing. I know people love them, and that's great. But that doesn't make me a bad person because of my opinion. And see, that's another thing people don't understand. If they have, and this kind of ties into the stuff before, if you have an artist who's like, I have a controversial track. Now, I'm not talking about controversial like, fuck you, reactors, you should have done my song because I'm awesome. And then it's like, But I'm talking about an actual decent artist, and they have some of their music is a little bit more on the controversial side. They could get in with somebody that respects opinions, and it doesn't have to be mainstream. It doesn't have to be, a banger every time. It could have a message. It could have, it could be fire in any way that it counts, right? People need to pay attention to stuff like that when it comes to, trying to request and who they're going for and what it's worth, because a lot of mods volunteer their time. A lot of channels are still up and coming. People are just trying to do what they can. And that respect for the artist, the respect for the reactors, the respect for the people in the chat, and the respect for the mods means everything. Because I'm telling you, if you don't have those, I don't fuck with you. Period. And if you think I'm playing, y'all know better. Like, if you don't have those criteria, and I don't think, and I'm not going to encourage other people like, hey, Skulls, you want to, I'm going to try and get somebody to react to you. I'm not going to suggest somebody that I think's, a jerk. I'm not going to do it. So Skulls is fire, but I'm not going to put him in front of anybody that I think is a piece of crap, right? I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't want to be anyways. I wouldn't want them to. I wouldn't really care. I'm not going to say I wouldn't want them to enjoy my music, but I wouldn't really care whether or not they're a fan or like my stuff, because I have to respect you to care.
Yeah, that's facts. That's right.
And the way I feel, I mean, like, if I don't, it's almost like Nick probably gets this. If you're an actor and you're in a scene, and then someone if someone who knows nothing, like the intern, walks up to you and tries to give you a note, you're not gonna listen to them. You're not gonna give a shit what they have to say. If the director comes to you and is like, oh, maybe you should try approaching this scene in this way, you're probably gonna listen to that person.
Yeah, I get it.
No, and it makes sense, but honestly, respect is kind of the bottom line. There's just a general level of respect that you have to have in this space. When it comes to, if you're an artist trying to get a reactor to mess with you or mess with your music, you got to have a respect for their time. You have to have a respect for their opinion, good, bad, or indifferent. If you're going to be a reactor, you've got to have respect for your fan base. You've got to have respect for the people that help you out. You've got to have a respect for the people that you're reacting to. It just is what it is. Like,
just basic human respect. Just, like think a little bit before you open your mouth.
Be kind and courteous, man.
Yeah, just be considerate.
Yeah.
Other shit don't even matter. Like, I don't understand how people just come and spray. Like, this is what gets me too. Like, you mean to tell me you will watch my video, right? You will watch my video, and you will watch the whole video because you comment on certain things that happen throughout the video, right? And then you will say, like, I had a guy tell me that he had to cut this shit off as soon as whatever. But yet goes on to say other shit that happened at the end of the video. But regardless, I don't know how somebody can not like something and take time out to write so much shit about, like, why you didn't like this. Me, I never leave hate, like, comments. If I don't like it, guess what I do? Cut that shit off and go.
Yeah, I always try to catch myself if I feel that shit coming out. Like, someone today actually wrote long ass, it was like a paragraph about on one of my Tool reactions, and they wrote a paragraph of not even a paragraph, maybe like 2 or 3, and it was just all one paragraph, but it was long as fuck. But it was just all about how he didn't like the band and why. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? Why are you searching for Tool reactions and then writing a whole fucking essay about how you don't like Tool? That's not how you should be. That's not how you should be like using your time though. Like what are you getting out of that? Like
if I don't like them, I'm not even clicking on a reaction of them or
exactly.
like period. Like I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like a mental illness or something. I think just the internet made people crazy, or made people think that everyone wants to hear every thought that goes through their heads. But it's like, bro, not all your thoughts are gems. Like some are better off keeping.
It just don't make sense, bro. You should have asked him, like, damn, bro, like, do you go to a restaurant that you don't like and eat? Because like, if you took all this time to watch a video that you didn't eat people that you didn't like. So like, would you go to fucking Red Lobster if you hate seafood? Like, I don't get that shit.
Yeah, because it sounds like a you problem at the end of the
day. All right, go next door, dog. Go to Denny's. Some shit.
Something else. Like, I don't get it.
Or you do what I do, and you sick Nick on them. Because I've sick Nick on a couple people who were being weird and creepy, and I will sick Nick on them. And he's an epic troll in his comments, but he's nice about it, which is weird. Like I can't come up with those one-liners. Like I come up with them later. I'm like, oh, I should have said that. Thank God for Discord, where I, by the way, join the Discord. It's in the description. But like, there's literally comments that or not comments, but like in Discord, you can say something later, and if they're just not happy, maybe they hadn't seen it yet because they haven't been online in like 20 minutes. You'd be like, oh, cool. And you can like drop something and they'll be like, ha, boom. Right. Like, boom, there's an emoji, man. Take that.
Yeah. Gotcha, man.
That's why, like, even at the beginning of my videos now, it's just like, if you don't like it, like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, get the fuck off my channel. It's fine. Just go click another video. Just hit the little X in the corner. You're going to be okay. It's not the end of the world.
I'm not even saying it. Just,
yeah. That's why I just I'm glad I've simplified it to just my channel, my rules. If you don't like it, then
that's it. If you don't like it, go.
Dude, I've gotten the habit where that's pretty much almost like I should just make it a copy and paste comment response to all the shitty comments I get annoying. Like, oh, my favorite, as everybody knows, you pause too much. Well, you pause every 3 seconds. And I'm just like, all right, I was like, it's my channel, my rules. If you don't like it, I wish you all the best. Lots of great videos out there.
That's it.
I wish you all the best. I've gotten the habit of just saying, I wish you all the best.
That's
like,
it.
I get those comments, and obviously crazy ones from most of you know, from my damn Tom versus Mac Lethal video. That's still my most viewed video on. It's still my most viewed video on my channel, and
well, I've watched it like
it gets
6
comments
times.
every single day. Yeah, well, apparently, several people have. I didn't think that was even most. Like that video is almost like 400,000 views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a 51-minute video, and people will comment from from 6 to 9 months ago. People will still comment and be like, "Oh, you paused too much. You should really not do that." I'm like, "This was from 9 months ago." Like,
no matter. Like, yeah. It don't matter.
You try watching anything.
I'm a different person. Like,
even if you was, it don't matter. It don't matter.
It's like, well, I don't know why. If it's not your style, then it's not your style. Just click off.
That's it. Leave. Leave, bro. I had people tell me.
Door.
I had people tell me that saying, I remember this one dude said, I didn't subscribe because it's not good. I replied, thanks for watching. Then he replied and said, that's what I always say. Okay, thanks for watching. And then he said, you need to go. He said, you need to go watch Stevie Night and start from there. Like,
you need to. You need to.
But he stops all the time, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
I don't know. I never watched it. Yeah,
no, he's pretty good with like M&M dissections and everything, but he like stops and he fucking he like goes through it. He dissects. He's good. Like,
but my thing is like,
a lot.
But my thing is, that's the difference. I'm not Stevie Knight, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to be him.
I'm not.
I don't want to do a reaction like him or anybody else because I want you to get truth, no lie reactions from me. Like, I don't want nobody else to copy me and you can get basically the same. No, and that's why I don't watch other reactors, because I don't never want to watch a video because I never know what I'm gonna react to. So I don't want to watch some shit and then be like, damn, he already said this, and then it's already stuck in my head. And you know what I'm saying? I make the same point, so whatever sounds similar, I don't never do that. So if anybody take a video of mine and somebody else's and it sounds similar, that was coincidence. Because I never watch nobody unless they watch my shit. And then
Although I do like to, like, after I put out a reaction, especially if something's like really trending, like a Tom song just dropped. What I like to do is I like to go to all like I like to go to your page, Truth. I like to go to Nick's page, and if you guys already reacted to it, I do like to watch it before I release it, just to see. Like, I wonder what they thought about it.
Yeah, for sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but I don't like to watch other react. Like I said, because I don't know what I'm gonna react to.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I'll only watch reactions of stuff I've already reacted to.
Now, see, I might do
like
that.
a lot of lives. Like you'll if I'm ever in your live, you'll notice I'll go quiet when you start reacting to things, just because like I might react to what you're reacting
Exactly.
to. Yeah, I usually just put it on mute and I just kind of lurk in there for you, and that's about it.
Yeah, for sure. But that's fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's just the curse of being a reactor. You just can't do that.
Somebody else told me that man, I done had all kind of like telling me. I had somebody tell me where I need to put the damn my little picture-in-picture screen. They told me how I need to put my logo, where I should do it. Like, they didn't tell me how to make my whole fucking channel.
Like if someone came into your house and was like, you should put the couch there, TV over there. It's like, bro, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah. It's my favorite. People give me stuff that I need to do, and that's always like one of the biggest pieces of advice I give anybody, especially in entertainment stuff or people that are trying something. Like, I'm like, don't take. I always say this. I forgot exactly what I used to word it. I said, don't take advice from anybody that's not in a position you want to be in.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that neither.
Don't take advice. Don't place any value. Sometimes you can get good advice from outside that. That's possible, but don't blindly just take someone's advice unless they're in a position you're trying to chase, that you're trying to get to, like that's your goal. They're in the position, they've done it 100%. They've done exactly what you need to be doing. Then why would you take it?
Yep.
Like, I'm not going to take like Schools would say. I'm not going to take acting advice from the random coffee guy. Like,
absolutely, bro.
He might be right about something. I'll listen. But I'm not just gonna jump and be like, oh yeah, that's for sure probably what I need to do.
But the director has like a vision of what you're trying to get done, so he probably is the person to listen to over that.
There's a lot more value placed on that.
Exactly. But you're right. Status doesn't necessarily mean merit. So the PA dude could have something to fucking say.
Yeah, it could be, but like I say this shit all the time. I'm not taking advice on how to get rich from a broke guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it makes no sense for me to do that.
So are you just telling me you're not taking my advice? Is that what you're saying right
now? Donate to Cat. We take donations.
Well, no, Cat. I'm not going to ask you how I should get rich.
The donation link is in the description, y'all. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask a broke guy. I'm not going to take advice from a broke man to tell me how I need to, what I need to do.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna make a devil's advocate on that one, and here's why. For example, I'm broke, but I know what I'm talking about.
That's the broke people.
But I know what I'm talking about for certain things. I know what I'm talking about. Now, random ass people that come in and they're like clicking and they're like, oh my God, okay, so you need to set your camera this way and don't pause so much, only 3 per, such and such amount of time. All that crap, that's different. But when you get somebody that actually knows what they're talking about, it doesn't matter if they're broke or not, right? They actually.
Oh, no, Kat. Only if I'm talking about becoming rich. See,
I can't tell you how to get rich.
That's it. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm not saying I can't take advice from broke people. I'm broke.
When I get there, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When we get there, we're gonna let the other ones know.
Yeah, I'm not saying I won't take no advice from a broke person about anything. Just not about how to get rich. That's it. That's all.
I missed that part. That's my bad. Person. I was like, well, some broke people know what they're talking about, but not about getting rich, because apparently I haven't. I don't have anywhere. I don't have anything to show for it.
That was actually one of the first things you ever commented on one of my videos was like, fix your damn camera.
Okay, now if your
'cause my
camera's gonna
focus
give
was-
me a seizure, that's different. Like,
No. But see,
that's
you
my
were
health in
100%.
question.
You were 100% right though, because my I didn't set my focus, so it was fishing and trying to find.
You had a
You
GoPro?
100% right.
Well, does it
You
make?
was using the GoPro?
What
Yeah,
happened?
you was
Were you
I said,
using
what
a
the hell was
GoPro?
you
He
using?
asked.
GoPro.
No, I'm using just a fucking like a $75 webcam.
Hey, it works. All that matters.
C920s, baby.
It
Well, I
works.
got lighting equipment, so I can light the fuck out of my
That's
room,
different.
and then it's super smooth.
Yeah, I
That's
need
the
some more lights and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I got a
Sometimes
big ass LED light, fucking just chilling in front of my dresser all the time.
But that's the thing, though, is
But it works.
I had never commented on anybody's. I at that point, you have to understand, Skulls, when you and I met, I hadn't gotten in as deep as I am now, right? So I was still like poking around, finding reactions I was looking for, stuff like that. And I was just like, I want to see what you have to say, but my God, it's driving me crazy. And I've never commented in that way before, you know? I hadn't gotten into the being that person who commented on, and y'all don't pretend like you don't know this. Heidi and I were fighting who commented first on every single video that came out for Tom, every stinking one. And we got there, right? But on the flip side of that, I hadn't gotten that far into it yet. And I don't do that anymore. I actually don't click on 95%. Like I said, I have my top 5. Those are my drop everything and go.
Right.
But at this point, like, even if I love you guys, I don't click on everything you do unless it's a premiere and I'm modding for it. That's different. Like, you know, I get into, like, I don't listen to BTS, but I got to today. Like, that was just, that's how it happens. But no, I'm just saying, like, I don't usually
ain't nothing wrong with
comment.
that. I get it.
I
get it.
try not to judge people on how they do their stuff, because, like, if I don't like how you're doing it, but if it's something that is just like a fix, like, hey, if you can get that camera straight, I'm good. I'll be back. But my God,
Advice.
like, legit.
Advice. Nothing wrong with advice.
But there are
And-
some
no.
fan bases and some people. There's 2 different types. There's the fan bases that do this, and there's people individually that do this, that say, you need to do this, and then you need to do that, and then you need to have it like this, and you need to sit there and you need to shut up and you need to not say anything. You need to respect it. Oh, fuck right off. Like,
Yeah, that's
You ain't rich, I ain't listening. You said 2 plus 2 equals 4. Get out of you, dumb bitch.
and even if they are, you know, I didn't see that dono. Like, I'm just saying.
That's it. Hey, Nick, you said your Mac Lethal Sucks video almost at 400 bands.
I think so.
And that's crazy because I think my shit ain't even at 50. But I put on the show for that one. That was probably
fire.
like one of my favorite videos that I've ever
The
done.
funeral.
Oh,
Yeah, I did a whole funeral and shit.
I think I watched part of it. I still need to go finish it because I love watching some of them.
Yeah, that shit was funny, bro. Like,
Oh.
I would, but see, that's what I was talking about with the algorithm, though. Like, this shit crazy, though. That shit
How
is
long was your
crazy.
video?
That shit, like, I know it's up there, though. It's definitely like 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it should. I think mine, people kept saying I was biased. I guess because I had the American flag behind me. They assumed that I was automatically going to be on Tom's side, and I was so pro Tom. And I already.
Because dude from
I-
no, but Tom
I get comments on it every day. Every day I get comments. You're so biased. This is such a biased reaction. And I said at the beginning I'm going to be unbiased. And then they're like, you're just unbiased. I'm like, we can have a different opinion. It's okay. You're going to be okay. You can live."
Exactly. Man, I say that shit all the time. You do
And I'm
not
like,
have
no.
to
And I was like,
agree with
no.
me.
I was like, okay, but if I was going the other way, you wouldn't say nothing. So I could
That's
still
it.
have an unbiased opinion and still decide that one person won.
That,
And
man,
I clearly
that shit's so
explained why I thought somebody did a better job and handled business better. But also, I mean, that video was like 51 minutes long, and like I think even Flawed, like shout out Flawed, I think he got the idea. He said he even told me he got the idea to do that from me, because I don't know if I think there was maybe a couple of people that had done it all in one big video.
Oh, you
Right.
did all of them at once.
I did all of them in one giant video. That's
Oh,
what I
see,
did.
I
Yeah.
did mine.
Yeah, that was what my idea was. It was the full breakdown. It had a really good thumbnail, and it was just like I did the full battle back and forth, the 3 songs all in one giant video. back to back to back.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why I did it.
Yeah, because you know why? Your watch time was probably.
Yeah, and people just wanted to see it all in one order, one video, just one stop shop, and they got the watch time.
No, that's dope though. That shit dope.
Hey, Truth.
And it was like, even with oh, you go ahead, Kat.
I was just gonna shout out real fast. I don't know if you noticed, Bridget is in the chat, and she says, "I love the funeral Truth." That's when she started watching you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Shout out, Bridget.
I love that you are doing this
Yeah.
BTS of our
You
favorite
know, I had to put on the funeral. I dressed up for it and everything. That shit was dope.
I gotta go see that part. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, that shit was dope. I made an obituary and everything. That shit was dope. That shit was dope.
That's like me bitching about the green M&Ms last night.
Thank you, Jen. I truly appreciate you. She says, Cat and Skulls, thanks for giving me someplace else where to go. I don't know if on the live it's saying it now, so I'm probably talking over it. I love that you're doing this BTS of our favorite creators. P.S. Everything I say is a gem. Nick and Kat love my helpful additions to the conversation.
Aww.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. I really do.
Yeah, thank you.
Love you, Jen.
Hey, that was dope.
But that was something about like even your video, Nick. Like when you were doing Harry Mack's diss track, like I felt like you were like giving him credit where it's due.
Mac Lethal, not Harry Mack.
Yeah, I was like, hold
Harry
on.
Mack. Oh, my bad.
I was like, I don't remember doing a Harry Mack diss. I was like, I definitely blacked out, but
No, my bad. Yeah, Mac Lethal. When you were listening to his diss part, it was very like you were giving him credit where it's due and everything. I just don't think he did himself any favors with the beat. Like the beat was just so old school that it made him like an easy target of like, yeah, you're an old rapper.
the way I usually do it is both people start at zero. Both people start at zero. They're even playing field to start, and from there they fluctuate up and down where I think they're ranked like above each other on how they're doing throughout as I listen. And everybody's like, you were already like with Tom on Tom's side from like the first minute, and I was like, yeah, because he was already up by the first minute. I said once I saw those tweets and understood what happened with all that. Like that's off the jump. Like I already thought Mac Lethal was doing some whack shit.
Yep, me too.
He was already down in the count, and he never came back from it.
But you know what's crazy? Off the first two songs, I picked. I had Matt Lethal up. I said after the first two songs, Matt Lethal won.
That's fair.
He was up. So and that's what I called it on my reactions. I said, look, I call it like it is. I don't give a fuck. I don't play favoritism. Hey, I go by what what caught me. And the first song was a bait song by Time, and Matt Lethal responded, and he won like that round. He won that round. It was just bad news after that. So that's what
That's fair. That's fair. But
Yeah, I feel
again,
like
it all comes down to me saying, hey. I'm just a guy listening to a song giving my personal opinion. So I don't know why everybody's get pissed off. I'm literally just one guy. Same thing with like people ask me to check out the raps when they're an artist. I'm like, I'm not a professional rapper. I'm not a music genius artist. I'm just a guy listening to music and giving one guy's opinion on camera. In my
Nothing wrong
perspective.
with that.
So like I don't know, like I'm like, why are y'all getting so like upset and angry about it? I'm like, I'm just one guy. Like you can have your opinion, I can have mine. It's all good.
People want you to think how they think, bro.
Yeah.
People want you to do what they do.
They want to win. I'm just like, all right, well, y'all do you. I'm just gonna say my piece on it. I'm good. Right, so
That's
say your piece.
So your piece.
Good plug.
I almost started rapping a verse that I didn't put out yet too, so I was like, oh shit.
Whoa, hey, we almost got an exclusive.
Oh. As long as it's not for
I ain't let that shit go.
Oh, that shit's funny, but I get those comments all the time.
Yeah, man.
No.
I mean, people got bored.
But the thing is that bottom line is that I don't think people understand that being a reactor is not just like you're sitting there and you're like dancing around on the camera and that's that. Like it takes your time, it takes your effort, it's stressful. You get the comments, you have to edit, you have to pick what you're going to react to. There's just so many different things involved in all of it that people just don't understand and don't appreciate. And so, like, for example, if you start charging or something, people start to throw tantrums and it's like, well, get the fuck out of here then. In my opinion, because I've kind of seen that so many times, I just don't care anymore. But it's just people don't understand that, like, if you're trying to make, for example, a career out of being on YouTube, doing reactions, having a channel, all of that, all of the above, right? If you're trying to make a career out of that, or if that's, you know, like an income, for lack of a better way to put it, it's a job. And so you're going to put your all into it. So why would you just do whatever for $2? Like, here's $2, do what I want.
That's
Dance, monkey,
and
dance. Like, no.
I say it all the time. That was my hesitation about getting into doing live reaction requests and stuff for so long. Because I was like, it's gonna be a sticking point. It's gonna be brutal. People are gonna come in, and then I was like, okay. Also, people got really upset when I did it the first time. Some people did, not everybody. Like the day ones all understood that it was what it was and it was fair, and my reasoning behind it. Because like I set a minimum, and I said I can only do it if I get guarantee. Like I think I've set to 40 right now. I said if you pay 40 or more while I say I'm taking reactions, I will guarantee you that I'll do it this stream. Otherwise, I will try to get to it, but I can't guarantee it. I just have to set that level. And I have all these rules in place. People are like, oh, so if I donate, I can't afford it. And I give people opportunities if they can't afford it sometimes to come play a game and win a game, and you can do it. Or I'll hit a random one on Discord or something like that when I get a chance.
Yeah, that's dope.
I know not everybody can afford it. And I want to give, be fair, even a step above probably. But like, I'm like, look, guys, like at the end of the day, especially when, some videos you don't know if you're going to get monetized and shit like that. It's like, if I'm spending money on this lights, this camera gear, this computer gear, my time, like it just doesn't exist in this moment. I'm live on screen or on the camera. And especially from personal experience, now that I'm living back in Los Angeles, my rent alone would make most of you have a stroke. And not to mention, I'm not allowed to work in the entertainment industry that I moved out here for. So I'm literally trying to make two things work at once. And like, there's so many things that go on that's not on screen for all of us. Like this, like they're rappers. They're also trying. They're not just here just to do reactions, like for the individual people and stuff like that. They're doing because it's fun, it's entertaining, but they also have to turn some investment on their time, return on their time, because they're also, when they're not doing this, they got families, they got shit to do. They're fucking trying to make music is a whole other thing. It's a whole other insane big task. Like me, when I'm not on this, people, again, I know that happens to you guys. Oh man, I asked for you to do that so long ago.
Man,
or
that
this
shit be killing me, bro.
Like, oh, you said that yesterday. It's like, I get it. People are excited, and it comes out of a place of love. I get it usually. But at the same time, it's like, hey, I do have a personal life sometimes. Or I live an actual life outside of this. I don't just sit here at my computer all day long, 24/7. Well, sometimes I do, but not always in one spot. Like trying to do stuff. It's like,
Nick karaoke.
I'm not just a guy. Yeah, right. I'm not just a guy here doing reaction videos. I'm also like a film actor in the entertainment industry. Like that's two full-time things. And like you guys with rap, like there's lots of things that some people I think lose sight. And again, it's not always out of a place of any sort of like rudeness or like some people just like, I get it. You get caught up. You don't see that it's like a full thing going on. But then when people start getting a little too demanding, same thing as like not being willing to pay and stuff. It's like, I'm trying to make it fair. Same way that I don't want some whack rapper to come in and like, if I charge normally, say if I was charging still $50 for a person to do a video on a reaction, why would I allow them to come into chat, drop a $5 bill, and me say, well, for sure, I'm going to react to your stuff in front of my same audience? Like that defeats the purpose, and it would probably annoy my audience.
Other people off.
It just takes advantage of the system, and it's not fair for anybody.
Man, I don't know, man. I get the people, oh man, I asked you this for so long. Okay, I get to it. Man, I've been asking, I get to it. If you want to speed up the process, here you go. Like we got ways that we can go ahead and get this done quick if you want to.
Yeah.
But until then, bro, you gotta like, come on, man.
Yeah. Like, if you don't rock with it, you don't rock with it.
Yeah, I don't owe you this. I don't owe this. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this because I want to do this. I don't owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think people feel entitled. I don't owe you this, bro. I don't.
People don't have the understanding of earning what they have anymore. And this is gonna I'm gonna go off on a tangent. But the thing is that people feel that they are, like you said, they're owed something. Like, oh, I've got talent. So? And what the hell does that mean? Exactly. Like, so you have talent. You don't have, like you said earlier, don't have an audience. So you tell me this is like, there used to be a barter system in place. Like, you give me, it's a quid pro quo. Like, you give me this, I give you that. Like, you don't have the following to boost my channel. You boost my channel, I boost yours. You guys are doing this out of just for fun. Like, and I appreciate that. Of course, here I am seeing that I'm kind of a hypocrite right now. But anyway, but the point being, like, you're not.
Oh no, the check's in the mail. The statement, the invoice is in the mail.
But the thing is like, you know, if they can't boost your channel, like you do a kind of a mutual, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. But if there's no back scratching involved, then you got to give something else. Like, here's a chicken, I don't know, here's like a pig, or, you know, here's a basket I wove, or something. Like, you got to do something. It's not, people don't understand that if you show up to work, right? You show up to work and you don't do your job, you don't get paid, you get fired. That's how that works. You show up and you're like, I want you to do this for me, and you don't pay them, guess what? Or in some form of value, whether it be followers or mutual promotion of some sort, you know, that kind of thing, or monetary, if you don't do that, guess what? Walk away. That's how it works. Like, you earn what you do. Like, artists think that, well, I've got talent and TikTok likes me. So? And TikTok likes everyone. They like the cat. They like a cucumber. They like an avocado toast. Like, they like a piece of, my daughter's favorite thing is, the funniest thing, this is my humor, she tells me, a piece of bread falling over and going on the counter. I'm like, that it has millions and millions of views. I would react to that. I would make a reaction channel and react to the bread if I would get those millions of views in a heartbeat, and then I'd direct them over here. Like, legit. But if you're not getting something for, if you're working and not getting paid, what do? You stop working. Period.
That's it.
You guys are doing all this work. You're the personality. You're the talent in this case, right? They want you. And so to settle for $2, when I understand that people can't afford it, guess what? When I can't afford it, I don't donate.
I don't get it.
I don't.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how that works, you know?
I agree.
No,
Trust
exactly.
me, I agree.
But, and again, like, and also let me make a statement that has kind of do with the whole, you know, back scratching backs and stuff like that. Like, I know you have this comment. I know it happens to every reactor. The whole, oh, you're just using Tom for views. You're just using this for views. You're just doing this for views. Oh, Tom, like, or like anybody like that. Guys, even the big artists, although they don't have to sit here and pay us to react to their stuff, because we are getting an audience to come view our stuff, which is dope. Like, I know for me, I can speak for me personally. Like, I know that most of these artists, or at least the real ones like those, some may think that that's the case and they're dumb, because we're also advertising them.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, our subscriber counts are not from one single artist, one single fan base, one type of genre, where we're introducing music to new. I know I get comments all the time. It's like, hey, I came for your NF reactions, never heard Tom before, and now I'm a fan. Like, it may be a couple people here and there. It may not be a mass amount, but still, they're getting some sort of advertisement. Not saying that we're making their careers, but there's a also, and they usually appreciate it. Real ones like Tom and Upchurch, and several of them they show love because they understand that there's a common thing there. Like, we're helping each other in certain ways. There's love in certain ways. Yeah, and even like for me personally, like, again, like when I get all the Tom stuff, it's like I do Tom because obviously, yes, I know it's going to get an audience, but I also have to do like some sort of thing in the video to make people actually enjoy it. If I just put to a Tom song, it's not going to do anything. And also, I know that that's actually like my demographic, people with that mentality and who are willing to talk about those subject matters, a lot of things that I'm passionate about and I align with. Like, that's my audience that I was targeting when I started this YouTube thing anyway. It may have expedited the process, but it's just been a cool way for me to listen to music I like, help out an artist that I respect, and find people with common mentalities.
Right.
And that's the way with a lot of stuff. People that like the stuff I like and don't like the stuff I don't like, and from there we can all have conversations and have fun. But it's not just with the small artists and big artists. Like, it's still that mutually beneficial still exists. It's across the board. That's why we're pointing out the whole thing about like people paying to do it, is where it's like, oh, but you'll do them for free when they're a certain size. It's like there's several factors that go into it, but that balance is still there.
And then what happens is, once you use them, like a video from one of them guys, you know, to start gaining your audience or whatever, it's your job to retain that audience. that's when they become fans of you. And once they become fans of you, no matter what video you post up, they'll come check it out because they fans of you. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they get put up, just like you said, hey man, I was here for NF, but I like Nick, so I'm gonna watch this video of time. I never heard of this guy, but I'm gonna watch this video because I like Nick. And then now I'm a fan of Tom, because of Nick. I get that type of shit all the time. All the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it's just it's commonalities. I was just trying to point out to people that would say like, oh well, they have to pay for it, but the other ones don't, and it's just because they're popping, you're stealing their views, and you won't check out anybody else because you're just using their views. I mean, I'm not using them. It works both ways. And sometimes they're making every penny off the video. Not everybody, but sometimes they're making every penny off the video anyway. I don't make a penny off of it.
Yep.
So you're just using them for money. And it was like, what are you talking about? You don't even know what you're talking about.
They don't understand. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know.
And I'm like, I'm not making a penny off of them other than meeting some new people and hopefully doing my job as just a person or a creator to entertain.
Yep.
And then at that point, it's canceled out.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting dynamic. But most people understand, I think, the way that goes and respects that. But there's always some that it surprises me how often it's like, oh, you're using them for this. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Not taking advantage from anybody.
Yeah, but that's when it comes down to people just saying whatever because they feel away or
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of the goal though from the artist to like create communities that enjoy them? And it's like
and create discussion and
and it's like that's what you're doing, like you're making a video, you're setting up a forum to talk about their music, and that's exactly. I mean, if I was making a song, I would love that. It's like, okay, cool. People are listening. People are enjoying it. People are having discussions. It's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
So don't act like you're disrespecting, like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like even Jen in chat right now just said a lot of what we react to, like on the streams, I guess, I now have on playlists. Like I know I'm the same way. Like people would recommend things, donate for me to listen to things I never would have clicked on in my life.
Absolutely.
Last night I was listening to like a hilarious Australian rapper at one point. I was watching metal from Kazakhstan, shit in different languages. I never would have clicked on that or tried it, and now I'm like, oh, I like this. I found something new. And several people in chat like, wait, what was the name of that artist? Bro, even at the beginning of stream yesterday, I was popping off for no reason, and because I just got out of the gym and I was playing. I was like, I'm gonna play something different at the beginning. I played Shug with Joyner and Tory Lanez.
Oh, okay.
With Tory Lanez, and it's just a damn good rap song in my opinion. I just enjoy it. I was just listening to it in the gym, and I started playing it. People were like, "Wow, I've never heard this. Like, what is the name of this song?" And I was like, "See, this is the stuff that happens when we just get to share music and share like stuff like that. It's all people just trying new things and having fun. But then, fuck everybody else that wants to complain about stuff.
Yeah, I do that all the time, man. Just like BTS.
Yeah.
Hey, Dynamite like my favorite song. like it just is what it is, bro. And I love all music. So I'm not limited in what I'm, some people say, man, I can't country, hell no. Like why? You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't even listen to it. Listen to some of this shit. I'm sure you will like something. But see, I'm not limited. I love country music. I got country, I do country reactions. All the bitches get blocked, so it take a long ass time for them to come out. But I do country reactions though.
Yeah, I'm gonna come through and recommend some. What up?
Yeah, hey, if it's on the radio, I can sing the song. I just don't know what none of these people look like.
Hey.
I sing every song word for word.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm a country guy. I got my little country TruthNoLie hat and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I be putting up.
Tell me we're fixing to do a group trip to a rodeo. What's up?
Hey, I went to Vegas in December. It was like right before Christmas, like a week before Christmas. We went out there. And I got a travel vlog too, so I was out there making content for that. And bro, the hotel I stayed in, I stayed at the Mirage this time. They had a fucking.
What'd they have?
Yeah, they was like, man, it's a rodeo out here. I'm talking about. I ain't never seen this shit before. Wow. I ain't never seen no shit like that before, man. They was like, man, you want to go? I said, I'm gonna go that. But that shit crazy though. Like it was a bunch of people. I'm talking about, bro. Up and down the strip of Las Vegas, everybody had them cowboy hats, boots.
Oh yeah, it's NFR. He went. It was a December.
Yeah, it was in December. Yeah.
Yeah, or Cowboy Rodeo or Cowboy Christmas.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, they pop off for that. But that's the stuff you like. Once you experience it, you're like, all right, I get it. That's cool. But you wouldn't have known if you hadn't tried it.
Yeah, like no, like yeah, I was just like, damn, that shit crazy. But I do love country music, bro. Like I'm a big fan of it. Like that's all I listen to in the car. If I ain't listening to my music, like my playlist is country. I don't even listen to the regular. Yeah, it's country all
I
day.
feel that. There's a mood for everything, man.
Yeah, it's good music too, man. It don't make me like when I listen to regular like hip hop stations and shit. That shit is so depressing. It's just
Yeah.
fuck. It just
There's a
puts my
balance. There's some trash in all the genres, especially country too right now. Same as hip hop. There's the mumble rappers and you got the goofy pandering pop country. Like it happens.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Teach Me How to Dougie country ones.
Oh
I
my
think there's
gosh.
one song where the
If I
guy
hear
just
one more,
like said that, Teach Me How to Dougie. And
if
I'm
I
like,
hear one more dumb Florida Georgia Line song, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm tired of seeing it on the country charts.
Yeah, man. That shit crazy, man.
do
That
any of
shit.
you guys like classical music?
No.
No.
How
No.
classical are you talking about? Like Beethoven?
Yeah,
And
Beethoven.
you talk classic like Michael Jackson. Like, what the fuck you about here?
My mother used to play John Philip Sousa at dinner. She's like, it makes you chew better. I'm like, oh my God. It was just, no. I'm not a fan. Like, I appreciate, like, Fear Release is one of my favorite songs of all time. I love a lot of different stuff. I used to play piano. But the fact is that it's not my thing. Just same as jazz is not really my thing. R&B, well, until truth proves me otherwise, is not really my thing. I've listened to it, but I just don't go that direction.
Give it a shot.
No,
That's
I
it.
have.
That's what I said. Girl,
I
That's what I'm
have.
saying. That's what I'm saying. You have. That's what I'm saying. You have, and that's all that matters. If you try
Well,
it, then you're good.
I tried everything in
Girl,
the
yeah.
90s, man.
Look
In
at
the
me when I was
90s, I
young,
tried
listens.
everything.
That was like me when I was in Truth thing earlier. He was joking around West Side versus West and then East, and I had to joke and say Dirty South when he was talking about rap and West Coast East Coast, and I was like, I had to plug that. I can't help it. It's in my blood. But then I was like, well, I mean, I can't really talk because like honestly, I need to dive into more like OG hip hop because I haven't. And that's as a reactor. Sometimes you have to admit things that you haven't listened to, and people like to roast you. And I'm like I'll get roasted for stuff. And I'm like, I haven't heard of that. And they're like, how have you not heard of that? Oh my gosh, you're great. I'm like,
I haven't.
I'm
just like I can name some shit you never heard of. Like I just don't understand that.
it's like if anything, it's a fun opportunity for me to try something new. Like I was telling people, this is the most controversial one. And again, I always say I don't know things, and sometimes I might hear something and be like, oh, I didn't know it was this person or this song was them. I didn't know. I've heard it before for sure. Like the biggest one as of late on the channel was that at some point in the near future, I need to react to Tupac. Because
Absolutely.
I can't say for sure that I've ever like heard a Tupac song.
Oh, I give you some recommendations.
And people
brother.
were
He
like,
can go.
"What the
He's
fuck?
absolute
Like, how the
goat,
fuck
bro.
have you not heard to Tupac?" And I'm like, I can't. I was like, I may have, and just
No,
not.
you have. I guarantee you have.
I
know
guarantee
you
I've heard parts, but I was like, I've never also sat down and really tried to absorb it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just probably heard it casually in passing. I'm sure I have, but it's like it's a fun opportunity where it's like, hey, somebody in the year 2022 who hasn't heard Tupac can go listen to it for the first time and experience
You're
it.
gonna get views on that, bro.
No, absolutely,
Yeah.
because there's a
You're
lot
gonna
of
get views
people.
on that. You type that in, if make that your title, you're gonna get that, bro.
There's a lot of people that like are honestly, and like it blew my mind because like my son just turned 18, like ridiculous. So anyway, there's a lot of people that they weren't around when Tupac was a thing, and like I grew up with Tupac. Like, come on now. And so for me, it blows my mind that somebody hasn't heard it. But then you have to, and that's the other thing. You have to step back and you have to say, okay, not everybody comes from the same circumstance. Not everybody comes from the same place. Not everybody comes from the same genre of music. Sometimes people played only this in their home. Sometimes that's just what they migrated to because that's what they knew. But then there's other things out there that you can like or dislike that you just never knew, and it just takes you listening. Now, there, on one hand, like this was something I was making a point earlier. For example, I know people love BTS, and that's great. Like, I know that people absolutely love their music, they love the lyrics. I was having an argument in chat about it because my thing is not the fact that they're bad, good, or indifferent. That wasn't the point. The point is that there's always a fan in there that's like, okay, so this song, this is what it means. Look, popular, unpopular opinion here. You ready? If your song doesn't tell me what it's about without you having to explain it, then you didn't do your job. I'm sorry. I get that there's more layers to it, but if I don't get the gist of what's happening or what the song's about from your lyrics, you fucked up somewhere.
No, I feel you on that.
And I'm not
Things have
saying
different interpretations.
exactly.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to, is how you take it. Because for them to come up with the meaning of the song, obviously they got it from the song. So it's and if you don't get it from that song, it's just the way that you took it in. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get what you were saying, but it's all about interpretation. It's just how you take the song.
No, absolutely. But like, just same as I'm not necessarily a fan of freestyle, on the flip side of that, I also don't go dive into the lyrics of every single song that I listen to and find, where did this come from? Why were you thinking this? Why did you write this lyric? Because I usually get the vibe from the song itself. Like, that's how I personally listen to music. I don't feel the need to go in and necessarily dive into every detail if they,
right or wrong about it.
You know, what they did that morning that made their stomach hurt, and then it made they thought about food, and then they decided to put that in there. I don't need that. Like, I don't need that. I mean, honestly, but it's not talking about, it's not trash on them. It's just not for me. I just don't need it so in depth that I have to have cliff notes about it. That's all. You know.
See,
I feel you.
but I respect that people listen to music differently. You know, there's casual listeners. There's, like, people, you know, I listen. That's why I listen to everything. Like some songs. Sometimes I don't want to be challenged. Sometimes I just want to enjoy something that sounds good.
That's
Other times I want to dig in, and it's like you can be all of that at once, but you need to respect the fact that everyone else can be all of that at once too.
Right, and like you can, and like Jen just says, you know, many songs need many listens to fully understand. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about, though. What I'm saying is that you can listen to it 35 times, but you didn't get the context because the context wasn't in the song. The context is on a blurb or a post somewhere, and if you didn't have the context, therefore the song made sense, but then you realize it's not even about that. It's actually about a girl. It's not actually about their Burger King lunch yesterday. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the context, it should be kind of all-encompassing. But that's my opinion. So it doesn't have to be. And if you're somebody that wants to dive in, you really like getting like down to the nitty-gritty with the artists that you listen to, right? If you want to get and you want to break down the bars and you want to go for that and you want to research, do that. But for me, personally, I want the song to be a standalone. I want it to stand by itself. I don't want to have to go find out what the context is. I think it should be involved in the song. And I don't need anybody to agree with me or disagree. I don't care.
No, I feel you.
That's how I feel. I'm just saying.
There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong in how you like something or want. Or
Is no right or wrong.
No right or wrong.
None.
Well, I mean, like a really great album does that. It's like every song you can listen to on its own, but also tells a story as a whole, I think. But regardless, that's just a matter of the artist's ambition, too. You know, it's like, what are they trying to do? And I mean, all goals are admirable. And if you achieve that goal, then that's admirable in itself, too.
There's a million reasons why you could not like something at all.
Yep.
Or like something. So it's like there's no point trying to convince somebody that you're one thing, or that because they had found one thing that you didn't ever see or didn't ever agree upon, that's why it needs to be changed, and that's why it's incorrect. Like, it's same in acting, that when you go on auditions, the biggest thing is like you can get, and you don't know this right off the bat, when you get, literally it's rejection 10 times a day. If you're going on 10 auditions a day, you're getting told no, 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 no. And a lot of people, it hits them fucking sideways, and they get pissed off. They're like, why am I not doing, or what am I doing wrong, and all this shit, and they want to try to convince these casting directors and fix whatever's broken or not working. And after I've had times and opportunities to sit in the casting room as like on the other side of the table, I know when talking to directors and producers, they will say no sometimes for the dumbest thing you could have never guessed. You're too short. You're too tall. You look too much like my ex-husband. I didn't like the way he pulled his hand out of his pocket. It could be the dumbest thing you've ever thought in your life, and people will just hop to the craziest things and think like, oh my gosh, it's something so crazy. Same thing with the music. It's like, oh, she must not like because of this or this or this. There's no game there. You have no idea, nor does it matter why. You got your answer, you got the opinion, and then move on.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
People like to oversimplify.
But that's the thing, though, is like, that's what I'm saying, is like, I have every faith and every appreciation for a platform that accepts opinions that don't agree with, I think echo chambers are not for me. Okay, don't get me wrong. Everybody needs to agree with me, but that's besides the point. No, I'm just saying, like, I appreciate people who I can sit there in the chat and say, look, I didn't like it, but I thought the beat was fire, or oh, I didn't like that because I think that they're not a cool I don't like the person, like, I don't like their personality.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be anything, but yet, you know, it's the whole, you have to like, because I said so. You know, for example, when they ask you to react and they're like, and then you're like, actually, that was not it. And they're like, oh my God, they grasp their pearls, they gasp and they, faint and all that stuff. And it's like, wow, like, no one guaranteed you that you'd like it, guaranteed
Yeah.
I'd react to it. Like, that's different.
Yep.
That's what it boils down to.
I just
And if
think,
Nick the preacher can hop on his little podium real quick.
please do.
I think the biggest thing that people need to remember in life, that somehow I've said this many a times, I don't know where people got lost with this theory, this idea. People are supposed to be different. We're supposed to be different. I don't know about y'all. I was raised that, hey, it's okay to be different.
Wait, what?
All parents make the snowflake analogies. Everything's different. See, and it's all beautiful and perfectly and fine. So stop trying to make everybody agree with you 100%, be a copy and paste echo chamber, when we're all supposed to be different. We all are different. You can't change that. So stop trying to change it. Thank
That's
you.
it. That's
Amen.
it. Amen.
Amen.
I said that shit when I was live one time. I said the exact same thing.
I don't
said
know
if everybody
where.
was the same, then it wouldn't be like
There'd be nothing
nothing would be
special
here.
about anybody.
Yeah,
We all fucking boring pieces of shit, and it's like,
yeah,
like
shit
why even
trash.
interact with each other? Like, fuck that.
Yeah, like this shit don't make no sense.
No, you got to have that difference and stop trying to go against that so much, because you can't beat it. You can't do it.
You can't.
You're just punching a brick wall at that point. It ain't gonna happen. You can try. Enjoy the trip to the ER, man.
Savage. Nick the Savage.
I'll play the doctor in the recreation of that ER stunt, but
There was a commercial not long ago that came up that was like, I don't usually watch stuff with commercials, but I just happened to catch it. And this chick was like, I don't know what it was. There's like somebody falls on the ground and she's like, I've watched so many episodes of like Grey's Anatomy. I know what I'm doing. I need a waffle, a straw, and like a hole punch. And it was like, wait, what?
A whole bunch.
that was me. I played the waffle.
No, but I don't think that people appreciate, and I mean, circling back to the original thing, I don't think people appreciate that being a reactor is not just, like I said before, dancing on the camera, just, messing around and, cutting it up. You guys actually put work. All of you do. You put work into it. You actually make an effort. You care about the editing. You care about your thumbnails. You care about your time. You care about who is on your channel versus who's not. You care about your audience, the interactions. You pay attention to comments. You have discords. Skulls can claim my Discord as his Discord. That's cool. Like you interact with people because you care about the community. You try to build a community. You try to, it's like, it's for the long game, not for some little, like, I'm on Vine for 35 seconds, not trash anybody on Vine, but like, is that even a thing anymore? But it's not like you're doing like this 30-second whatever and then, hope that everybody clicks because they're so bored that they're scrolling through and happen to click yours. You're putting the time and the effort. And people, by the way, I don't know if anybody's aware of this, people do this for a living and get paid a shit ton of money. Okay? These people are on YouTube that are relying on their subscribers, their audience to, be there for them in a way that they're not employed by them, for example. Like, you guys can edit, okay, that's a skill. You guys can have the charisma, that's a skill. You have the, the judgment, that's a skill. You have the timing, that's a skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have all of these things that could go into a complete full-time job. And people try so hard and get so hurt, they get so butthurt over, like, you're not doing what I want you to. Like, why? Like, I gift you the gift of reacting to my song. Really? Like, for real?
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
And
like,
as much as that dance monkey, let me put a little disclaimer. Hey, look, I'm a monkey and I'll dance if it's for a good reason. But listen, you don't just get to come up to me and start yelling, "Dance monkey, dance." I know I do some crazy shit on stream from time to time, eating hot chips and wearing rompers and all kinds of craziness. And Truth, where he holds funerals, and I might be hosting a wedding.
Yeah.
But okay, look, like there's a balance there. Dance monkey dance is fun if it's our decision.
That's it. And that's it. There's nothing else to it. And that's
Yeah,
it.
but don't come in expecting it.
yeah.
We
Which,
didn't
like,
try
Or demanding.
Yeah.
exactly, because like that's the thing. They're not your people are not. I understand that people have to flow with their subscribers. They have to flow with like kind of what's their subscribers want, what the reactions that they want. They get 85 reactions for one song and they get 2 reaction or requests for another. You know what I'm saying? I'm screwing up words. I don't care. I'm doing a verbal typo. Thanks, Sarah. But the fact is that there, as much as you have to ebb and flow with that, people don't own you. They don't. You're not employed by them per se. They're there because they want to be there because they like you as people, right? They like your music, Truth and Skulls.
Yeah.
They like your reactions, Nick, Truth and Skulls. And they like your acting, Nick, and your rompers. And so they're all there for all of that, all those different parts, right? You're not employed by them. And for anyone to come and approach anybody that way or go in the comments or go in the chat, by the way, as a mod, I'm saying this like hands down, and to treat somebody as their personal, well, why aren't you doing this? You didn't do it. Come on. You didn't do it fast enough.
Get your
I
ass
asked
up.
you, like, let's go. Why didn't you do mine? I asked you for a free reaction 3 months ago. Let's go. And it's like, but no, because people just don't understand that, you can't go to Walmart and be like, excuse me, I told you to give me a gallon of milk. Where is it? And they'll be like, well, pay for it. And they're like, no, I told you to do it. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, we ask for support, not for someone to buy us out.
Yeah, I got too much of a problem with authority for that.
Oh, me too, bro. I've been
bro,
6 times.
my past, I've stopped it. When people start saying, "Hey, okay, let's get to the next video, Nick. Let's get to the next video." Like we were bullshit for like an hour straight last night, just talking about all kinds of random shit.
Ass if people say
I
that.
will make if you rush me, I'm waiting at least 5 more minutes before I do it, just out of spite, just because I'm built.
I am so aware.
It ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what I do when people demand like, oh, you like react to this. I'll be like, all right, and then I'll just fucking put it a little bit further down the list. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah, when you start like getting on my nerves about it, then I'll push that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like don't do that, bro. Like I said, if you want it expedited, you know how to do it. That's it. You know how to do it.
Last Friday on the Tom video, when everybody was obviously doing the reactions or live stuff on Friday, trying to get them out quick. Somebody had said something like, "Nick, everybody's already doing it, dude. You're late. Like everybody's already posting their videos." I was like, "I don't give a fuck." I was like, "I'm gonna be fine. I'm good. Thank you. I've been editing for 8 hours because I'm trying to edit a different way and go over the top." I was like, "I'm good." I was like, "I'll be fine. I promise you."
Yo, shit drop when you ready to drop it. Simple as that.
I was like, I'll be good. I was like, I appreciate it. You're just, it's excitement again. Not always out of hate, but it's like, look, it's my channel. I got this. Somebody the other day, like, oh, this YouTube stuff, like, oh, that's so frustrating. I'm like, I mean, imagine for me, but yeah, for you too. Like, with shit getting screwy and notifications not going out and stuff. I'm like, yeah. That's fair. Yeah. It might upset you, but imagine me.
Right.
But like, it's so funny when people will do that, and it's just, I will wait 5 minutes if somebody tells me to hurry up. Good luck.
No, exactly.
Ain't no wrong.
Or bump shit down list goals like he's.
Yep. I love doing that.
Oh,
bye.
I'm gonna do this. I've asked 10 times. All right, I'll see you at 15 times. Maybe we'll talk about it again.
I have to be nice to people, but then I get to the moment, and everybody knows it, where I'm not nice anymore. I stop. I'm like, yep, I'm done. And usually I'll announce it like, y'all, I've said this 35 times. I'm done. Stop. And I'll just start deleting and timing out and stuff because I just don't want to hear it anymore. Because I'm tired of people treating you guys that way, honestly. I'm tired of seeing it. And to be completely fair, I actually see it more because I have my eyes on the chat 24/7. So I'm paying attention to the little things that people are saying, and the thing that they said 2 minutes before, and the thing they said 4 minutes before. And not everything is caught, because y'all have another thing that you're doing, and that's completely understandable. But on the flip side, like, when you get fed up, you just get fed up. And it's funny that people don't realize, like, if you consistently react, for example, you react to Tom when he drops a new video, right? You consistently do that. Does it make sense to jump in the chat like, hey, I'm here. By the way, did you see that Tom dropped a new video? No shit, Sherlock. Like, really?
So I play stupid now.
Like, oh, I had no idea. Really? Who's that? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's just an ignorant factor of somebody that wants to come in there and just demand what they want. And that, I'm very nice to them, because, you know, I'm trying to, like, go off of the vibe of everybody else. But I get irritated. I get mad.
Yeah.
Like,
another disclaimer I think that should be said. I think, again, most people in chat understand this. If anybody's going back listening to all this and probably on fire right now, why are they complaining about this shit? We're having a little vent session about just the funny things like this that happen. We're not complaining about what we do. I can speak for all of us. We all say we're very blessed, feel very blessed, and very happy to be doing what we're doing. Very lucky, sometimes like unbelievably so.
Yeah.
To be doing what we do. We're not bitching or complaining about putting videos out on YouTube, having people watch them and support us and show love and make some money here and there. That's not what we're saying. We're just obviously sharing the parts that some people look over about the process.
We leave y'all in on the inside.
I don't think we need that disclaimer. I think most of you understand that's what we're getting at, but I feel like it should be said.
Well, at the end of the day, even if you look at the videos, like you look at your videos, I mean, most of the time it's like you're in the 99% thumbed up. like it's you, like most of almost everything is positive, but you get those jackasses every once in a while, and that's like any job, you know. You just get those people. Those
it's always gonna be like.
I have a dislike, by the way.
We're venting.
Put out about that. I wasn't really put out. I didn't give a shit, but you know, honestly, I was like, wow, you ruined. I look up the list. I'm like, oh, and then it was like, really. And Skull's like, yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell you. When I saw
it was just
that.
as good as likes for the longest time. I was like, oh, that's fine.
Wait, about what? I missed what you said.
One dislike.
But I'm saying now they've.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell you. I was like, she'll find out.
I'll figure it out. I'll look at my numbers.
It still helps the video, from what I understand. So
100%,
go for it.
100%,
Yep, go for it.
100%,
Like people,
100%, 93.3 mother.
Yeah, exactly. Like like that same rapper I was talking about that was driving me crazy. People, like the bots or whatever, were trying to tell me that, oh no, he's real, he's legit. You're just jealous. They were coming to me and like they were on my Instagram post at one point. Like they followed me to Instagram. Were tagging me and stuff and like trying to blow me up. Like, we're gonna convince you. I'm not gonna stop commenting on your stuff. We convince you. I'm like, fine, boost me in the algorithm. Comment away.
Yeah.
I didn't get another comment after that. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was
I've
like,
done that before too. I baited people into having conversations.
I was like, yeah. I was like, keep commenting. I was like, go for it. Feel free. I was like, thanks for the comment. Thanks for the boost.
Hey Mark, I see you, and yes, some people are just excited, but in all honesty, if you come in there and be like, you know, you haven't done it, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? And when, especially, and here's the kicker, especially when the mods have said it or are responding to you and saying it, and you're still spamming that crap, you know, get the fuck out of here. That's the bottom line. Like, I understand that you want the reactor to acknowledge you, not you. Okay, I'm just saying in general. On the live, on the video, on the content, I get that. Like, people want to be seen, they want to be acknowledged, they want to be read out loud. Fine, I don't care about that. But when you're like, when they just go in there and I was like, hey, they just said, you know, he's gonna be doing it tonight, or it's gonna be later, or it's gonna be whatever. And I say it in Discord, I say it in YouTube, I say it all the time as a mod. And then somebody is like, hey, so are you gonna do that? Hey, so you're gonna do that? Hey, so you're gonna do that? Hey, so you're gonna do that? And it's like, time out. Sorry, by the way. Legit not sorry. Because
it's good that you're excited, but I mean, bro, if you run into a room with your pants off and a heart on, like, you're gonna look like an asshole. You know?
I do that all the time.
Wait,
who told you about this, Skulls? Who told you?
I have my sources.
Oh, damn it. Don't tell TMZ, please.
I'm gonna pay some bots to go and tell everyone.
Hey, Truth.
Yeah, I'm about to hop up out of here, man. It was good chopping it up with y'all, getting some shit off my chest. I might not hurt nobody later now.
Therapy,
You
baby,
know?
therapy. Let's
That's right.
go.
You
Man,
know?
anytime. I'm so glad that you found the time to come on here with us. I truly appreciate you.
Hey, man, y'all my peoples, man. I gotta come, you know what I'm saying? You and y'all, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had to come do that for y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch
Hell
y'all
yeah.
tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, man. I check out some shit. Whoever drops some shit, whatever. Y'all know how I do.
Oh yeah, much love, homie. Good talking.
All right, y'all. I catch y'all.
All right, have a good night.
Take it easy, bro.
All right, y'all.
And also, good night, Meow, because I think, yep, he's going to. Meow.
Say a good one. Oh, we speaking Spanish. Let's go, meow. Have a good night.
Wait, oh, let's see. Oh, I haven't looked at chat in forever.
See, I tell people all the time, I tend to, when I'm on a rant, if I'm just talking, right, diarrhea of the mouth, I'm looking off into the sunset, which I can't see from here, but I'm looking off into the distance because I'm not in my eyes, I'm in my head, right? And so I forget to look, and then I try to go back and, you know, check the chat and see what people are saying. And by the way, I'm kind of trained to look at the chat, so I see everything that y'all are saying. So if you feel like I'm not, when we're in a rant, we tend to not stop on this platform, on my channel, like, or my channel, our channel, whatever, what the fuck ever, you know what I'm saying? We don't stop as much just because it's about the conversation, but we do see what you guys are saying.
Yeah, I was reading it. I got it up like I'm on live stream right now. That's a force of habit at this point. I've got it up on my other monitor.
I've got it on my screen and I've got it on my phone too, so that I type on my phone because apparently Streamlabs doesn't like me like typing. I try to say something in Streamlabs on the chat and it's like, you need to log in, so it brings me to YouTube and I'm like, then it starts playing and then it's a whole thing. So I just bring it up on my phone.
That works too. I was like, me when my stream went down, I was like, I have no chat. And I was like, oh, I can use my phone. That works.
Well, you know, I learned that little fun fact when I was like double modding and also doing Jackbox, so.
Oh yeah, it helps.
Because out here I don't have multiple monitors. I've got multiple monitors inside. For work I have two. I've got two sitting in my house and I have my laptop right now. So, you know, obviously.
Me getting this other monitor was the best money I ever spent in my life. I don't know how I was doing it before for so long.
Well, I actually I had to downsize. I downsized because my daughter squeezed my laptop screen and made it break, and so it's like all looks like just all like liquid in there. It's weird. So you can't use the screen, and so if we unplug it and plug it back in, you have to select the right setting in order to re-enable that monitor, and you can't see it on the screen, so you can't select it, right? So we just leave it plugged in, and so I've like lost my 27-inch monitor. It just is what it is. So I've had to downsize. But no, I mean, honestly, I appreciate y'all coming on here and just, you know, talking about stuff like this, because this is the side of things that people don't understand. And it's not, I don't see it as much as ranting, because on one side you can see it that way, but the other side it's like, look, these are things that people don't understand, and maybe if people got that it's not like you show up and then you demand things and you stomp your feet, throw a tantrum, and that's how it goes, then maybe they could, you know, take a second, see a different perspective, and maybe approach it in a different way.
Facts. That's the dream.
Yep. Just introduce a little consideration by explaining our side of things. You know.
That's all. Oh, I see Kitty talking about that. Skulls, have you had to deal with that? She said, I've already talked about this a couple times with some people. It says, but when a YouTuber is live and asks someone not to do something and they continue to do the said thing.
Mods.
Oh, I don't lie. I think the only time I've gotten that was Jess telling me not to chew in the mic, but that I 100% understand. So I was like,
that is a thing for her.
No,
she hates
no, not
that
her.
So
Not them telling you to do something, because I do that all the time. Tell me not to do something, I'll be like, fuck y'all, my channel, my rules. But when you tell somebody in chat or something, they have to check something, and like they'll just keep doing it after you say, hey, don't do that, or in comments or something. Have you ever noticed that?
When a YouTuber's live and ask someone not to do something.
Like, for example,
No,
I have people that would come on my Jackbox games on stream and stuff, and they would start popping off and like do something like probably extreme with a name or an answer, and I'm like, all right, let's calm down. Especially me, because I give a lot of slack with my rules and stuff. I'm probably one of the most lenient people, and then if I do that, and then they still continue to jump over the boundary.
Okay, yeah. See, I don't go live like that. This is the only time I really ever go live.
Right.
So I've never really noticed that. But yeah, that's super obnoxious. It's like, dude, this is your domain, you know? That's like if someone came into your if someone came into your house and you're like, "Hey, could you not put your feet up on the coffee table? You're getting mud all over it."
Well, and then, my equivalent is people will usually do that, yes, and they'll be like, oh, they'll have their foot above the coffee table after I say take them off the coffee table, and I'm like, can you not do that? And they're like, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I'm like, okay, but I'm not stupid. It's
yeah.
my thing.
That's obnoxious. That's especially since your channel can get in trouble for something like that.
Well, yeah, and that's the only reason. And again, I'm like one of the most lenient people with the rules and stuff that we can say and do on my channel. Probably most lenient. Probably sometimes too lenient. But then, so like, if I still, that being said, I say something, it's for a reason.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You've done something that's like, hey, okay, I must have really stepped over a line.
Yeah.
Then for you to keep doing it, it's like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
That ain't cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially if you're making a living off of this and you come in and you start like putting the channel at risk, like that's a no-no. I mean,
yeah,
that's that running in with no pants and an erection. That's the whole
Which
thing.
I do too much.
Like,
I need to stop that.
Calm down.
Really. I just need to stop. I need to stop doing that.
Running into the wall like that.
Or you're thinking like, stop thinking about it.
Hey, by the way, what's up, Mega Lockdown? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you.
What's up, Mega?
We're just here. We're talking about reactor
knowing my
problems.
luck, you probably walked in and heard me saying that. That was the first thing. It's my luck.
Oh, this motherfucker walked in where? With what?
No, for real though. Oh,
so
snap.
proud of you, Cat and Skulls. Sorry
Aw.
for
Who's that?
pissing you off in Nick's chat, dude. We'll be more careful in the future.
Did I miss something?
Yes, you did. It'll show up. If you guys are watching the live, you're gonna see it on a delay. But my alerts are working. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate you. I really do.
ATLs, latel.
No, but the actual. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a minute because I feel like I'm gonna be talking over the
Oh,
duration alert.
there's Jen. I see.
Sorry for whatting me off? Pissing me off?
No. So proud of you,
read
Cat
it.
and Skulls. Sorry for pissing you off in Nick's chat, dude. We'll be more careful in the future. Jen, it's not even like that. I promise you. There are people that piss me off. Trust me, you know about it. Not you, but them.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I've
Jen,
never.
Jen, you're not a problem child.
Yeah, I've never seen you do anything even questionable, really.
Damn, Cat, you got the voice too going with the alerts? Let's go. Let's
She's
go.
very important. Very important. Well, I mean, depending on, she said that she's running into rooms with erections, so I don't. I'm not 100% sure. Kat, any thoughts?
Repeat that. Sorry.
It's not worth repeating.
Yeah, my
I
daughter
wanna get yelled
she
at.
walked in right now.
Hi.
He said hi.
Hi.
No, but seriously, repeat it because I'm gonna have to rewind it. Dang nabbit. Hold on.
No, I'm not repeating that.
Nick, can you summarize it for me?
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Oh, come on. I'm not have to listen to it. You did it on purpose. Now I have
It was
to go
something
back.
I walk in the room with your dick out or something. I don't know
Oh
what it
yeah,
was.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do
Okay,
that.
confirmation. Anyways.
I have bigger balls than some of the people around. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Clip that. Somebody clip that. That's my new alert sound.
Cat, elsewhere.
I want
Rock
an
out with your
alert.
cock
I wish I could set an alert for every time you mod somebody. Or you time someone out and that would pop up on screen. I have bigger balls than everybody else around. That'd be so good. If I had a soundboard, I would fucking have that on there.
Oh, I want a soundboard so bad because I want to capture.
I could probably actually do that.
Half the
There's
stuff.
the website you can do.
I think Skulls does stuff when we're on like playing Among Us and stuff. That's just hilarious. And
You could have an online one.
It's no
Yeah,
big
there
deal,
is, like,
Mega,
one,
honestly,
yeah.
because we've just been sitting here talking about reactor stuff, and appreciation for them and how it's a job and it's not that easy and how you need to be respectful and not like be a living, flaming, erected dick, basically. Did I get that right?
I think so.
Why is it on fire?
Flame? I don't know, because it just made sense. Bars.
We're painting horrible images right now.
I'm painting the right image because I get salty AF as a mod. Like, you guys don't even, like, people don't understand. I know that, like, the people that have the content understand to a point, right? Because that would be how they would be. But when you got mods and mods are sitting there, and I'm not talking about the mods that are like, hi, I love you, I get modded, yay, and then they just sit there and they watch. This sounds stupid. Y'all know, some of y'all know, I don't watch Nick, for example, because I know Skulls doesn't go live to that point and he doesn't do premieres as much. I don't watch your content until after the fact because I'm watching chat. Guess why? Because I'm a mod. So my job is to be there to make sure that people aren't going crazy. So when someone's like, oh my god, you reacted to Tom, you suck, I'm like, you're out of there. Like, honestly, that's what I'm there for. And when people are like, all this stuff's just, and I go into other ones that what's the word? Lightly mod. Like, I'm a backup, and I see stuff just flying by. I'm like, huh. And I time it out, and then the person on the screen is like, appreciate that. And I'm like, there's 7 of you in here. Why am I the one doing that? Like, my mods are amazing, because obviously I know how to pick them because I want people that are going to do what I'm going to do, right? Nick, your mods are amazing because it's me. And
nice plug.
And Meow. Shout out Meow.
Oh, and Skulls, your mod's amazing too. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. She's great. Or he, based on what you said. But...
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That made me just
No, but seriously though, you're great, Kat. And I mean, yeah, you're the real thing. You're the person that actually does what they say they're gonna do and is there for the reason that the title suggests.
Thank you. That's exactly it. Meow, you're my mod, so I'm talking about you, sir. Like, that's what I'm talking about. My mods are the best. That include you're my mod. That's you. Just saying. But no, and that's the fact is that I give advice to people all the time about, because a mod is there to direct the chat in a way that's respectful and is not going to distract the entire stream, right? Based on someone's stupidity. Now, the worst thing you can do is to have someone time something out and then turn around and like say it out loud and make a thing of it, or that kind of thing, or dump on disagree. You have to be on the same page as the mods. But the fact is that our job is to kind of redirect people and to realize, hey, look, you're spamming this, and the reason you're doing this is because you want attention, but guess what? You're not getting it because you have to pay for a reaction, because this is not like, I don't know, where do you go play somewhere that stuff's free? Oh, wait, it's not anywhere. So, like, you need to, if you want a reaction, you got to pay for it, right? And it's like subtly reminding people, and then all of a sudden, yes, I know you're Nick's too. I was talking about me for the last, like, I don't know, how long? 9-10 months? Self-plug, sorry.
Well,
I'm just saying, like, that's what we're here for. And if you got people that aren't supporting you in that manner, then they need to go. They need to go. Because, just having the title and not doing anything about it is just, it's clout chasing, it's stupid, and it makes no sense. And it's not helping you guys at all. It's not helping your content or anything, right?
Yeah, no.
Exactly. There's no reason. It just doesn't add up. It don't add up.
So maybe if I mod for you because I support you and I think you're a cool person and I really appreciate you or the content you put out in whatever fashion that is, maybe if I volunteer my services, and this is what I had the argument with Truth about, I don't necessarily need payment. What I want, though, is I want I want the support. I want you to say, look, if she says this, this is what matters, because I'm speaking for you. You've already laid down your rules. I'm taking that burden off of you, and in return, I'm that person for you, right? Like, I don't know how else to put that, but that's just how it works. Right. So you can't come in there and be like, I'm going to mod. Oh, this has happened in the past, by the way. I'm going to mod for you. And they're like, okay, cool. And they mod them. And then they're like, here's a link for you. And they're like, this is not how this works. Like,
right. That's having people trust to do their little part, do their job. Okay, so for my sports fans, if you watch like football or something, that's like hiring as a head coach. You hire a damn offensive coordinator, but you decide you want to call the plays, and the you won't let your offensive coordinator that you hired do their job. Then that's on you, and it's all whack. Nobody listens to the offensive coordinator because why? It don't matter. Thank you for attending ESPN.
No, that's absolutely.
I like how this turned from reactor venting to mod venting.
Well, mod lives matter, okay?
Mod lives matter. I'm gonna make.
I'm not a reactor, so I felt kind of left out. No, I'm kidding. I really didn't. I was so here for the entirety of this, in all honesty, because y'all don't even understand how actually mean I am, because I have to be nice to people because they're your people, right? They're your subscribers. They're your community. I don't have to be nice now, because this is, by the way, this is my community. This is my content, all right? So I get to be as mean as I want. But I'm just saying, like,
my gloves are off.
People just don't understand that, you know, the way that they're acting and the tantrums and the demands and the, you know, I don't care about the crap talking. Time them out. Who cares? I'm talking about the people that show up and are like, you know, why didn't you? Why couldn't you? And I feel strongly about that, because I see you guys go through it and try to play it off and be kind and be positive and be appreciative, and still not like, just be like, you know what, F you, dude, there's the door. Though I have seen all of y'all do that, but like,
yeah, I literally put a door in my video and was like, there's the door.
Yeah, I just tell people to fuck off. I don't care what door you take, what window you take, just fuck off.
But no, you approach it with, you know, some grace to start. Legitimately.
A Mexican magician tells the
then it
audience
deteriorates
he will
into just
disappear on
like,
the count of
okay,
three.
like let me
He
just
says,
get the blunt
"Uno,
object out.
dos, and poof."
Very rapidly.
He
Mark,
disappeared without a trace.
That was the biggest dad joke in the whole world, but thank you for the donation. That's hilarious.
Oh boy.
Oh, we gotta wait 40 seconds to see.
I know, I'm waiting for y'all to tell me, because I'm not watching that part. I should, but...
Does your stuff not run smoothly if you change the latency, or you just haven't changed it?
I haven't done nothing, because it's working, and so I'm not going to touch nothing.
Mexican magician tells the audience he will disappear on the count of three. Uno, dos, and poof. What? I missed it.
She says, uno, dos, and poof, and he disappeared without a trace.
God.
Gets the Mexican cosign from me. I'm a Mexican Nazi, but I can still cosign.
Someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all Kat's ever gonna be is mean. Bars.
That's beautiful.
Bars.
That's Taylor Swift.
Bars.
Sunday. See, Jen knows how to fucking do that. She'll pull up lyrics, and I'll start singing along with the original song.
Meow, that's exactly what mods are for, to tell people to fuck off for the content creators. That's our job. That's what we're there for. To be kind for like one, maybe 2 comments, and then you're done. Like, bye.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. But, you know, that's the thing, is that people, and there are some content creators, or some, and I say content creators to encompass everyone, I don't have to be all inclusive. Reactors, they don't understand their worth. They don't understand that their time. And Truth is the one that told me this a million times. And like he said, he was arguing with me about this. He's like, look, your time is money. I appreciate you being there, and you spend the time, you take the time. He goes, I'm not going to let you go without that's his way of addressing it. And I completely appreciate that. 100% hands down appreciate that. But on the flip side, it's like, people don't understand that reactors, all of the work that goes into it, it is a full-time thing. It is a serious commitment. It's huge. And then they just stomp their feet and demand things. And they, you know, artists want to request things and say, well, how dare you not respond to me? Well, because honestly, like, who are you? And if I watch, and that's the other thing I don't understand, if they watch the content to say, oh wow, this is fire, oh wait, now they can't react to it. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation unless you bring something else to the table. It's just that simple.
You're funny. You said full time. I wish I was working 40 hours at this. Lord have mercy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to spend 40 hours at least a week doing this.
Oh,
like
I'm gonna start
modding.
counting up my hours. I'm gonna get paid good overtime from HR. Let's go.
I'm not talking about modding. I'm not talking about being live. I'm talking about modding. I don't anymore. I specifically pulled away to a point where I don't spend that much time. It depends on how extra y'all go. I don't want to.
Yeah, back in the day, dude, there was not a reaction video I could go to where I did not see you commenting on it.
Oh, you were Heidi on every single one. Every single one.
Heidi and I were on point.
I was like,
that.
how the fuck are you here for it? How are you everywhere for it?
And I really was though, but you know, I pulled back because I decided that the people that I support they deserve more of my attention. They deserve more of my support. And if I mess with the people, then you know that I actually appreciate you. Because before it was like, sure. I mean, I would get flyby modded by people. I would just, go by and like all of a sudden, like I felt obligated. It got to the point where it was ridiculous. I was spending umpteenth hours awake and around and stuff. But that's the thing is that, that's another aspect of it is that people want you to stay live as long as you possibly can. People want you to be available to them as long as you can, right? They want to request 35 songs. They want them all done right now. And they don't realize that, look, there's a limitation to this. There's a limitation to the amount of content you can put out in one night and have something to say. Because at some point, you just kind of sit around awkwardly like, okay, are we still going? like...
Yeah, right.
It happens, and it just is what it is. And to keep it fresh and to keep it legit, sometimes you just have to end it before it ends itself, if that makes any sense.
Oh, it makes sense.
That makes sense to me. It adds up.
Is it just me, or does that seem like the perfect note to end this?
No, it legit kind of does.
It does. Like, I don't feel like it could go any further than that.
Yeah, preaching. That's a preacher right there. Amen.
Amen.
Well, no, that does seem like a perfect segue into ending the live. It's been going on for almost 3 hours, so I think that, yeah, I appreciate y'all being here, honestly, and having this conversation, and for the chat for being here, and participating, and commenting, and saying everything. Please feel free to drop a like, a comment.
Love y'all, motherfuckers.
If you're not subscribed, then how dare you? Like, really? But,
yeah, y'all hit that subscribe button on this stream right now, also I'm gonna snap.
You don't want Nick snapping. Because it comes with a lasso and a hat. Like, let's go. Okay, so maybe you do want him snapping, but let's not do this on this content right now.
No.
That's on onlyfans.com/NickTheActor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
Club
that
on, it's onlyfans.com/skulls. So go find it. And,
oh God, I've got a boner.
Hey.
Sorry.
And on that note, no.
I was waiting for Cat to say me too. Damn it, that was a perfect setup. Damn it.
I was planning on it, but I was kind of still in like, wow.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
I was in the more like.
It was a Robin Williams joke. I had to go with it. Have you not seen Patch Adams?
I have seen Patch Adams a long time ago. It was not my favorite, but
There was a skeleton, and he was just like using him as a puppet, and he was just like, "I got a boner."
10 out of 10.
I loved it.
And see, now I can't because it's just like the moment was gone. I'm sorry, I failed. No, but for real, y'all join the Discord. It's in the description. Check out Skulls and Nick's channels. They're in the description. I did that while y'all were talking, by the way. And updated tags. I did the whole 9 yards while y'all were talking.
Go unsubscribe from my channel.
No, do not unsubscribe. And subscribe to everybody because we're all community. We're all here for it. So, on that note, like Keto likes to say, it's time
I love y'all guys.
We'll see y'all elsewhere.
The rest of your night, and
Why is
we'll
that not
see
your
y'all
outfit?
elsewhere.
There we go.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Peace.